If he's not going to be honest about his appearance, then I will be.
You sound like a guy.
I am a guy.
You hit the double whammy. You're a furry and you're trans. We got Bob Nuggets with a $2 donation. Templar, his member notification is animal sex. Oof. Oh.
Oh my god, he's upset about that. They're not even having sex.
As if I would let you anywhere near my kids.
I don't want to be anywhere near your kids. I can't be anywhere near your kids because you don't fucking have any. He just skipped through. I was making my point about gender non-conformity. He just fucking skips through. You fucking rat.
Sorry, that's just anti-trans.
Okay, so I did a video about someone called Tactical Templar. He did a response to Asmongold saying that he would refer to his child by their preferred pronouns if they were trans because he wouldn't want to ruin the relationship with his kids, which is fair enough. It's a pretty normal position. I think most people would do the same. Pronouns is not exactly the same as filling them up with hormones. Tactical Templar here was not very happy about this. I reacted to it. I thought his points were pretty good. Just kind of going on about mental illness, going on about you can't affirm delusion, where it's just a lot more complicated than that. And he has watched my video and responded to it. And that seems to have been like quite a long part of this stream. So yeah, listen, it might be a bit confusing. You're going to hear me talking. You'll see me in the bottom corner. On the right, that'll be me from last time. This is me from this time. Hello, hi, welcome. We're going to do some react-ception. We're going to see what Tactical Templar thought of my video. I've seen him respond to some guy who was like playing Fall Guys or something. I can't remember the name. Wasn't blown away. He didn't really do much in the way of actually engaging in points. I've seen him respond to Queeman. Again, really didn't engage in any points. It was all just kind of, oh, you're a lefty, you're a TRA, which is an odd thing. If you know who Queeman is, an odd thing to call him a TRA for sure. He seems to find that whole conversation extremely annoying, which is fair enough. I can't blame him. So yeah, let's see. We're going to start. I don't know if it's exactly here where it starts, but let's see. I got banned from a Discord. This is why women shouldn't have a leadership position.
Oh my god, is this a guy?
Yep.
Oh man, is this a trans? Oh man.
Oh no. Oh man. Asmon, you're better than this, Asmon. No, Asmon, you're better than this.
Oh gosh. That's a guy. Oh man.
And what? Problem. I thought the whole point was, don't call yourself women, you're not women. So I'll just be a guy then. Oh, that's a problem now too? Why you care so much what another guy looks like?
And I got a guy reacting to my thing. He just doesn't have a kid. He's never been put in that.
Do you?
It would be damaging.
No answer.
Because it's not true. You're affirming a lie. Man, look, oh man, that bothered this dude. Yeah, look at that face. You can tell.
Did it?
That bothered this person.
So is it damaging if you teach your kid about Santa Claus? Is it damaging if it turns out that God isn't real, but you raise your kid as a Christian anyway?
Well, it would be damaging if your kid thought they were Santa Claus and then you told them that they were, and you...
It's not what you said before. He said affirming a lie.
You started making your kid eat a bunch of food to make them fat, and you started...
That's completely different from affirming someone's pronouns. That's force feeding. Don't force feed your kids.
Started dyeing their hair white, and you started going out and buying them a bunch of fucking reindeer, and said, okay, well, we're going...
Can we just remind ourselves, this is about Asmongold saying he'd use a preferred pronoun, not filling them with like hormones instantly. None of that whatsoever.
We're going to dress you up like Santa every day for school. You are Santa. We're changing your name to Santa. Yeah, that would be a major fucking problem, wouldn't it? You fucking freak. Yes, it would.
I tell you what, I'm a freak. Listen, I will 100% own that. That's fair enough. I'm happy for people to call me that. I call myself that all the time. Let's see you, bro. Let's see you. What does your face look like?
And your lack of a belief in God, I think, correlates. to your incredibly damaged soul.
This is something you can totally intuit off of a person, having been watching them, have known they exist for about fucking 30 seconds. My damaged soul, okay, bro.
Your rejection of God, your rejection of goodness, your...
Why he hates trans so much. I don't know too much. My assumption is he's just like a rightoid and it's all ideological, but there might be like further lore that I'm not aware of.
Affirmation of the degenerate and the foul and the besmirched. I think that speaks volumes, if you want to know the truth.
Actually, no, I am a piece of shit and I'm proud of it, actually.
Yeah, you are. I mean, from what I've seen, yeah. You're a guy pretending to be a girl.
I don't pretend to be a girl, but okay.
And then you're affirming it in other people.
I'm not affirming it in anyone. The thing, these people just watch other people and make all these crazy assumptions. It's like you don't know any of this.
Trying to drag other people down into your bad, disgusting, degenerate choices. You want to bring more people into your sexual fetish and your cult.
What's my sexual fetish, Templar? I'm a man who dates a woman. And I wear makeup and have long hair. Wow, amazing. Much fetish.
And my answer is no. It is the most immoral thing that you could possibly do in your life to affirm the transgender community.
Not like murdering a child. Not like sexually assaulting a child.
Well, I mean, you know, considering the suicide ideation in the...
Oh, is he actually going to defend... Oh my god, he's actually going to defend this. He's actually going to fucking defend this. He's not just going to be like, yeah, maybe I over like exaggerated that one. Maybe raping a child would be worse than affirming their pronoun. A child. Not like sexually assaulting a child.
Well, I mean, you know, considering the suicide ideation in the trans community, or the regret ideation, or the medical problems, yeah, it's pretty up there. It's pretty bad.
I can't believe he's like doubling down on this. Don't worry if... Yeah, it's pretty up there. Yeah, it's pretty up there with pedophilia. Okay. Oh, he has a niece that is now a boy. No, he mentioned this. I think he had designs on that girl and is angry at the world her parents supported a transition. Yeah, probably. Yeah, fucking hell. Wouldn't surprise me. Your kid turns like 14 and just runs away and never comes back.
Oh yeah, let me bring up something completely and totally different.
How is that different? This is what I mean. You don't affirm your kid this is a risk.
Yeah, multiple things can be bad, dude.
Okay, so what's worse? You calling your female child he, or your child running away at 14 and ending up in the clutches of some fucking Jeffrey Marsh fucking type? Because at least you didn't affirm them as trans.
Oh, gosh.
You really think he was grooming her? I mean, listen, I'd have evidence. It'd be very funny to just assume that is true and proceed as such, but I should be careful.
Brothers, so I wanted to talk about this take from Asmongold, where Asmongold said he would...
I'm going to assume this guy does not have kids. I'm also going to assume this guy has probably never touched a woman, like, ever, so the...
Do you know what a woman is?
Yes, an adult human female.
Can you define what a
Have you ever touched a woman?
woman is? You're not a woman. So
I know. I'm a man. I'm male.
how would you know what a woman is? You're a man. You're a mentally ill, perverted, degenerate man that's part of a cult of freaks that want to try to rewrite...
Like, just watch any of my content. I swear to fucking God. Scan some of my thumbnails. Like, what are you doing, bro?
...language and try to bully people into...
Oh, we got a Templar defender in chat. Hi, Tekla. You're complaining about speculation on people's family life, but this guy is straight up just fucking making insane assumptions about me, having been seeing this video for like fucking 3 minutes max.
Man, you're a mentally ill, perverted, degenerate man that's part of a cult of freaks that...
Notice how he isn't asking the question or confirming whether or not he's ever touched a woman in his life. That's a no, isn't it? I know this guy doesn't have kids. I fully believe this person has no kids, which is why he's ignoring that part. But the touching a woman one, you're gonna fight back. You're not gonna respond to that. That's a no, isn't it? We got a virgin over here. He's saving himself a marriage. He's a Christian soldier. He's a Christian soldier. He's saving himself a marriage. Now, it's actually it's very noble. It's very admirable, in fact.
Want to try to rewrite language and try to bully people into aligning and affirming.
Even when I was like, I'm a woman, I'd prefer to be called she, her, and all that shit. Even then, I didn't bully people into it. If I didn't like the way someone referred to me, I just didn't deal with them. It's like so fucking... You just assume this shit about me because of what I look like. Okay, sure. You're really showing yourself as a paragon of intellect.
With your particular ideology. Oh, and by the way, you're a fucking furry.
What's my idea? I'm a furry. Oh, okay, because of the deer. No, I forgot because of the deer. Yeah, I'm a furry. I'm a deer fur. What's my ideology? You have no idea.
Affirming with your particular ideology. Oh, and by the way, you're a fucking furry. You're a freak
Chances
on top of a freak.
Probably. I'm a furry because my thing has a deer in it. Oh God, man. This is a parody. The thing is, I know this channel has been around for a super long time. So I don't see that it's a parody. It doesn't seem like one, but like fucking hell, bro. It's like every like retarded as fuck thing. One after another. Oh, hi Parry, I hope you're good. Fairly low, I guess.
You're a freak
Chances
on top of a freak.
Probably fairly low, I guess.
You may not look like a good person, but truthfully, there's nothing.
Like, look like a good person. That's like literally not why he said he's doing it. By this quote, he's going to play it presumably, so we'll hear it. It's not about looking like a good person. It's about wanting to be there for your kids.
Nothing worse than you can do than to affirm degeneracy and to affirm
nothing to say.
Mental illness in your kid. If my child came to me and said, Dad, I'm seeing these floating things and they're talking to me and they're telling me to kill the dog, I'm not going to be like, well, you know what?
Why couldn't he just say, if my kid came to me and said, Dad, I'm a boy, but I think I'm a girl, or something like that. Dad.
Well, because I'm using another form.
Can I say something, by the way? I'm pretty sure at the start of this video, I say something about, I'm not personally for transitioning kids. I feel like he's missed that bit out. He's like skipped over it. I wonder if when he was like sitting around like humming and eyeing and like, oh God, and all this shit. I wonder if he was like watching the first part of it quietly. Maybe so we can skip over any part where I actually outline my ideology? Don't know.
Form of mental illness to make my point about how absurd it is. Another
girl or something like that.
Well, because I'm using another form of mental illness to make my point.
One that's not analogous. Yes, that's my point.
About how absurd it is to affirm a child coming to you and saying that they're the opposite gender. It is as insane as your child coming to you and saying, Daddy, I think that things flying in the air and they're talking to me.
No, that's not as insane. Trans is like everywhere and has been for years. Kids learn about it from all kinds of places. It's really not that insane. Like, these are points that he should be making. That it's like way too pervasive in our culture that if you gender non-conform in certain ways, you must be the other sex. Those are the kind of things you'd expect someone like this to be like bringing up. But he actually doesn't even know the fucking talking points.
Daddy, I think that I'm spontaneously combusting. If you were...
What's he right about so far? I don't think he's right at all. I think it's perfectly reasonable to consider affirming a child's pronoun. If that's what it takes to like preserve a relationship. I think that's perfectly reasonable. You don't have to go further than that. You don't even have to change their name. You'd have to insist that anyone else calls them anything else. You're just doing it. Because like I said, the alternative for some kids might be that they run away one day and end up with some found family where they get fucking groomed and raped and all fucking sorts. At least if you're affirming them a little bit to where they're sticking with you, you can still affirm, you can still protect them, you can still make sure that they're safe, right?
Affirm your child in that, you are immoral and wrong. And this person realizes that. They realize how absolutely astute and damning that.
Why is it morally wrong? You haven't explained. Because you're lying. We lie to kids all the time. That's why I mentioned Santa Claus.
Point is, and they go, well, why didn't you change it? Well, because then it wouldn't be as effective as a point.
Dad, I'm trans. Why does it have to? Yeah, it wasn't effective because it wasn't analogous. That was my point. He's like so dumb. To be like this ridiculous like example.
Schizophrenia and gender dysphoria are both mental illnesses. I don't want you to.
Yeah, there's lots of different things that are mental illnesses. That doesn't mean you just compare any two mental illnesses like rotely without thinking about what it is you're trying to say first. Fuck me, dude.
Distance yourself from me, and I don't want you to hurt yourself. So I'm gonna affirm, yeah, these monsters are real, and they are telling you that. But this is the best thing for you. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you a.
Again, bear in mind, it's just using a pronoun. It's none of this affirmation shit necessarily.
We're gonna get you a stuffed dog, and you can kill the stuffed dog. You can murder the stuffed dog, just not the real dog. But I hope this affirms our relationship. And the answer is fucking no. No, we're gonna get you help. This is not normal.
What kind of help?
Transgenderism is disgusting. It is a mental illness. Look at the reality of that truth that pierces through the fog and the bullshit. That just gets right to the point. The sexuality aspect of it is disgusting.
You keep telling yourself that, sure.
What
sexuality aspect? What?
Oh, I don't know. The guys that dress up and LARP as women, and then they still are attracted to women, but they're really just guys that are dressing up. Oh no, I'm really a woman, but you got a penis, then you're not a woman. I mean, what's sexual? It's part of the sexuality alphabet soup mafia.
It's not a sexuality though. Is he like actually like physically retarded? Am I being ableist by doing this? Like when I say the sexuality aspect, I mean like, you know, what runs through all of trans is about sexuality? Kind of nothing. Because you get male people that transition that are attracted to women, and male people that transition that are attracted to men, and the same for females. That's like my whole point. You're saying there's a sexuality aspect. Well, where? There isn't like a through line there. There are like trends, like AGP, I think exists and stuff like that. But that's not, you can't use that to like define all trans.
It's a sexual fetish.
No, it's not. You can have a sexual fetish, which might manifest through transition, but that isn't all trans. That was my point. What are you talking about? What's the overarching sexuality aspect of transgenderism? Overarching means, you know, encapsulates the whole thing. So if there was an overarching concept of like sexuality within trans, every single trans person would be, you know, would have that. But there isn't any. There isn't one. It doesn't exist.
Mental illness aspect of it, you need to have compassion for. So, on one hand, you can look at it and you go, wow, it's disgusting that this ideology has been wormed into society the way that it has. It needs to be purged from society, by the way. It needs to be rejected unequivocally and unambiguously.
It's never going to fully happen.
In every nook and cranny that it oozes out from, it needs to be stomped out of existence.
This is fucking deranged. I'm sorry.
It's not. It's the truth.
Going to be people that transition. There's always going to be people that feel like they're in the wrong body, or whatever metaphor they use. Because
now then we can get them professional help, and we can put them on medications.
He's still doing this. Just give them help and put them on medication. That means nothing. What help? What medication?
to make them realize that what they're feeling is not real.
What medication is going to do that? What are you talking about? Does he not think that plenty of trans people, before they transition, they're already on like medication for this, that, or the other, you know? There's a lot of comorbids. There's a lot of like existing like issues that people have before they transition and still transition anyway. So it kind of seems like there's a lot of medications that already are being used that don't help. Hard to explain gender dysphoria. There's always going to be people that no matter what you do, they're gonna compel towards being super masculine when female or the other way around. That's going to extend to changing your body, taking hormones and stuff.
No, it's not.
That's just always going to be a thing.
No, it's
talking
not.
about the sexual fasting some trans people.
No, it's a fad.
Yeah, the way he said it.
It's a fad. It's a trend. Everyone knows that to be true. It's not real.
It sounds like he's saying, oh, if he said it, it must be true. Sorry, Templar. I'm no match for your intellect. Oh no, it actually just is true that it's a trend. There's an intrinsic aspect of sexuality in transgenderism that I abhor. But that's not an intrinsic.
Well, then why were you asking what the sexual aspect in transgenderism is, eh? You know exactly.
Why was I asking? Because you made out that there's this sexuality aspect that's true of all trans people that means that it's bad. So then what's the aspect? But you never answer. To be honest, I think people do choose to be trans. I just think they don't really choose how they feel. Like if you have gender dysphoria, you don't really choose that, you know? So I can see why people feel like it's innate, even if I think transness itself is like more cultural than anything. But you don't really choose how you feel. And some people just are like compelled that way, I think. It's just kind of how it is.
Exactly what I'm talking about. You're playing dumb.
Sexual characteristic of trans. Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. I'm playing dumb. Okay, bro. Okay. Sure. Transgenderism. That's behavior that some trans people engage in. When he says I'm playing dumb, basically what he means is he doesn't understand what I'm saying. Lots of men engage in all kinds of like top sex.
No, the trans community is disgusting. So is the furry community. Pretty much all the LGBT groups, for the most part. They're gross. They're degenerate.
Can I say, at least we know where we stand. He's honest. He's not pandering. I do appreciate that. Come on, let's be real.
Promiscuous, and it's disgusting.
Sexual shit. So I don't know why you'd single out trans for that.
Yes. But the mental illness aspect needs to be addressed. Now, how do you address that? Never through mutilation, never through affirming the pronouns. There is a right combination of medication and therapy. And if that doesn't work...
What's this right combination? What are you talking about?
Well, that's what
What's the recipe for...
That's what the professionals that shouldn't be there to affirm this shit.
So he has no fucking idea, basically. Nice.
That's what the professionals should be able to determine.
Okay, so what if it just doesn't exist? What if it's just impossible? Then what?
With research and medication, but never to affirm it.
Detransing your kid, 100% success rate. What? The way we're doing it now is wrong, but he doesn't actually have a model for what is correct. That's just other people's job. That's just so fucking dumb, man. What is it?
Then you go to extreme measures. You go to a rehab clinic or you do something else. But affirming the mental illness of your child is never the correct solution. It just...
Says the man that doesn't have kids. Says the man that has no idea.
Well, I mean, you know that I have kids about as much as you know what a woman is.
It's so fucking cap. You don't have any kids. Just be fucking honest, bro. And your comeback is, I don't know what a woman is. Do I not? So he's not an adult human female. So I'm wrong about that. So what is it then? What is it then?
So you don't know either. You're making it the fuck up.
The problem is you actually agree with me on what a woman is, but I know you don't have kids. As he responded to Malcolm's video, I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, someone like me, he might be able to get the odd dig in against. I imagine someone like Malcolm, like, I don't know, man. Like, Jesus Christ, that would be funny. That would be funny.
Now, if I had to guess, I would say you don't have kids.
No, I don't have kids. That's why I'm not telling people how to raise their kids. And if someone says, well, I personally would affirm my kids' pronouns, I'm not going to have a shit fit over it. I'm glad we understand.
And I would guess that my answer would be correct because you're part of a degenerate lifestyle that doesn't value having kids.
How a parent would act. May I would have loved to have had kids if I was like less mentally ill, if I was more suited to raising them. But I'm not. That's just not my situation. It's got nothing to do with my community. The funny thing is, again, if you knew anything about me, I'm not like in with the transes. I have trans people that watch me and that I've become friends with. But like what he thinks transgenderism is like shit that I'm largely against. What he thinks the trans community is like shit that I criticize like fucking constantly. Trans communities largely fucking hate me.
And I would guess that my answer would be correct because you're part of a degenerate lifestyle that doesn't value having kids.
How a parent would actually feel in this situation. Amazing.
Isn't. Anyway, let's watch this video and then I'll give my perspective.
They get to make adult choices, and at the end of the day, it would be more important for me to preserve the
Well, thank you, King Critical. I'm glad you're holding up your end of the bargain with our live stream. Hope you're good.
relationship that I had with my child than for me to uphold a viewpoint that is, you know, to me, really inconsequential.
This is a very normal take. It's quite mature for someone that doesn't have kids themselves. I don't see a problem with this.
I don't care what gender somebody thinks they are or not, because that's not what defines a human being.
Like, if you're a parent, is it of utmost importance what your child identifies as and how they feel about their gender?
It's important to be a pillar of stability and ethics for your child. And even if the
I agree.
entire world has gone mad and wants to affirm this mental illness that is ultimately going to harm your child, you as a parent have an obligation and a responsibility to tell them no. And to be
Not really. You just need to make sure that they're safe and happy. And like I said, if they ditch out on you because they feel like you're trying to stop them from living the life that they earnestly feel that they should be living, then you can no longer do that. And who they fall in with and what they end up doing with themselves is completely out of your control. Isn't it better to compromise a little, to make sure that you're the one that is there for your kid at the end of the day? I don't know if I made that point as well as I could have throughout this video. It's quite annoying. I react to stuff, I just say stuff off the cuff, and sometimes I think of much better ways of wording stuff, but that is the point, basically.
be the grounding force for them. This is all about QT Cinderella's dad not affirming his son's pronouns. Because QT Cinderella has a trans brother, sister, whatever. The dad said, no, I'm not going to affirm your pronouns.
Yeah. How many parents will like go see their kid that murdered someone in jail? It kind of is what it is. Like, that's your kid, that's your family.
And I think that's the right thing to do. That's how this whole thing started. And you know,
It's fair enough to think that's the right thing to do or like disagree. But you've got no kids and you're judging someone else, how they would react. Because it's like the most immoral thing you could possibly do and all this shit. It's just like, it's way further than it needs to be.
what? The father is correct.
QT Cinderella is a Twitch streamer. I think she gets like tens of thousands of viewers and stuff every stream. She said some stuff about, you know, still wanting a relationship with her dad, ironically, who doesn't affirm her trans like step brother, who is actually female. And that, you know, it's hurtful to both of them that he doesn't affirm this person's pronouns. But she personally still wants a relationship with her dad. And Zach is saying he'd still rather affirm his kid's pronouns just so that there's a better relationship there, even if he doesn't agree with it.
QT Cinderella was wrong. You're wrong. All these people are wrong.
I'm sorry, once again, I didn't bank on such amazing arguments as I'm wrong.
Which makes being a pillar of ethics and stability all that much more important, because there's so much confusion that is hoisted upon them by people that are looking to exploit and take advantage because they're not able or willing to admit that they made a mistake or that this degenerate life.
Yeah, there's a social pressure that's put on parents to affirm. More than anything, I mean, parents get like scared shitless by like therapists that will say, oh, do you want a dead kid or an alive kid? There's all kinds of stuff that goes into this. This is why I'm very, very careful to not make like sweeping statements about how parents are like abusive if they affirm their kid, even though I personally don't agree with transitioning a child. And I think there should be better ways than affirming anything, if possible. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to judge someone that does something differently to me. I mean, I'm not a parent at the end of the day. It doesn't fucking matter that much what I think. So it's not about him disagreeing with Asmongold. It's about these like sweeping statements. How anyone that does even what Asmongold is saying he would do is like a child abuser and stuff. It's crazy.
Lifestyle is something that's evil and
that, by the way, is why I keep harping on about why he's got no kids. And he clearly doesn't. He is all but confirmed to me, even though I knew already. Sorry. I mean, listen, put it this way. The second video that I watch is him bitching about being banned from a Discord. What fucking father is doing that? What fucking father is spending that much time on Discord and then fucking making videos Karening up because he got banned for not following the rules?
they made a mistake, or that this degenerate lifestyle is something that's evil and bad. You want to wheel other people into it, and it should be every decent, reasonable person in the world to say no. No, there is an alternative. There is something better.
No. So what is it then? You won't say what it is.
Not sterilizing yourself, hurting yourself.
We're talking about pronouns.
Putting yourself into an ideology full of creeps and perverts and
affirming a pronoun does not mean you're instantly entering into a fucking ideology. Like, doing any one thing that is associated with an ideology doesn't therefore mean you are now conforming to that ideology. Ideologies can contain all kinds of ideas that can exist separate from the ideology very easily. I was called God. I was just praying the gay away. All right, that makes sense.
sex pests and
praying the trans away. Sorry.
All of these.
Also, we're talking about ideologies and sex pests. What about all those fucking Catholic priests and all that shit? Trans community is not the only one with fucking blood on its hands there, bro.
Fucking mentally ill creeps. How many different school shootings have we seen from transgenders in the last year?
Okay, now do Christians.
That's 2 years. Shocking numbers.
Listen, I think that trans people seem like they probably are overrepresented per capita for like school shootings and stuff. I think it has a lot more to do with like mental illness and like being way too online and being radicalized on the internet. And I think that being trans, you might be more precluded to those kinds of things. But that isn't an issue with trans.
Per capita. Shocking numbers per capita. Why would you ever do something as cruel as put them down this pathway where not only are they a freak from society?
You're the fucking parent. You can affirm pronouns and still make sure they're not getting radicalized on the internet towards becoming a school shooter. You retard.
Society, where everyone is going to look at them and go, ugh. But at the same time, you're putting them down a path of having medical bills. They're not going to be helped.
Putting down a path of having medical bills. Do you know what else does that? Having a baby in America and staying there and raising them there. Oh my, this is actually like painful. What the fuck is this guy's deal? Does he have a head injury? Has he had a head injury in his life? Is that what it is?
Healthy. They've sterilized themselves. There's a high suicide ideation. There's a high regret ideation. And then the people that want to undo the surgery. I mean, like, there is so many problems. The last thing in the world that you will do to your child is to affirm their transgender ideology if you love and care about them. And the only
essentializing
people that don't have a problem with that or don't see a problem with that are people that are too far into this cult.
Why is Asmongold saying that? Is Asmongold in the trans rights cult? I don't remember Asmongold being a fucking TRA cultist. I'm sorry.
But every good, decent, normal person with kids can immediately see the problem with this and rejects it.
Or is it the slippery slope? Yeah. It's always the slippery slope. But the thing is, it's always a slippery slope when they think it's a slippery slope. But then if you want to say something like, well, electing a president that seems to have a heck of a lot of disregard for democracy via Jan 6, via all the fucking gerrymandering shit, via all the ways of making voting harder, that could be a slippery slope towards an attempt at destroying democracy itself. They won't see that kind of slippery slope, even though it's much more palpable than using a kid's preferred pronouns means that they're then going to like 41% or become a school shooter, you know? So people are very selective. The slippery slope fallacy, truly the reason it's such a fallacy is because people just apply it ideologically. That's what this guy does. That's what he's doing right now. They're happy and that they're protected and they're safe, as is what your ultimate obligations are as a parent.
No, it's not to affirm the...
That's not what I said, bro. I'm not saying that means you have to affirm. I'm saying no matter what, you need to make sure you're the one there keeping them safe. And someone might be in the position where this is a compromise they might have to make using a pronoun.
The mental illness of your kid. It's not to affirm them because that is disastrous. I know that many people's kids think that they're astronauts or dinosaurs when they're young. Doesn't mean that you would say, okay, well, we're going to strap you to a rocket and send you to the moon.
I agree, but this is not analogous.
No. It is the obligation of the parent not to just affirm every ludicrous bullshit thing that comes out of a kid's mouth, but it is instead to be the pillar and the foundation for that kid.
Yeah, I agree. So what happens if you have to make a compromise, like on pronouns, for the greater good of keeping the kid in your life, keeping your status as that pillar, instead of them fucking off and ending up in the clutches of some Jeffrey Marsh type? It's really fucking easy. But someone like this doesn't have a fucking clue.
Like you.
I'd be afraid of a prime minister who wants 16-year-olds to vote rather than president who wants voter ID. 16-year-olds are going to be adults. Can do plenty of the same stuff adults can. 16-year-olds can fucking work. Maybe they should have a say. Maybe that's a good idea. What's wrong with 16-year-olds voting?
You have, at that point, 20 years of life experience with this person.
Like every single one of these people that get all gangster, like, oh yeah, there's no way I'd affirm my kid. I'd beat the fuck out of them and that'd solve it.
No, no one said that. You went to violence because you trans freaks always go to violence because you're mentally ill and you're disgusting.
Oh wow, Tekla, great argument. No you. Good job, bro.
And you hate yourself more than anyone else. That's why you kill yourself in such numbers. No one is forcing you to do that.
Yes, the suicide rate can be summed up by something as simple as self-hatred. Wow. How are you any different from TRAs that say it's all down to societal transphobia? It's the same shit. It's the same fully developed neocortex. Plenty of fucking adults don't seem to have fully developed neocortex. What's your point? You can work in a kitchen at the age of 16. You can work around like fucking hot stoves and fucking knives and shit at the age of 16.
You guys do that because you hate yourself. Why would I ever put my kid into an ideology with people that have that amount of loathing?
So this whole thing is just, well, any slight movement towards trans shit is like entering them into an ideology with all of this, you know, killing people, killing yourself, mutilation. Like, it's so stupid, man.
For themselves. And not because of society. Oh, society didn't accept me. No. It has nothing to do with society. It has everything to do with you. When you affirm a mental illness, you don't actually treat it.
I don't actually have a problem with the voter age of 18. I do have a problem with an elected official constantly attacking like the fabric of democracy the way Trump has. It's not just about voter ID or the age you can vote. It's everything in like context.
You allow it to fester and it gets worse and worse and worse. And eventually it comes a point where you can't hold the dam back anymore. It is the cruelest thing that you can do.
Is that a fair question? I think that's a really stupid thing to say. Do you know why? Do you know why people want to restrict the age of people's voting, especially as high as 35? It's because they know their guy wouldn't win if they didn't. Especially conservatives tend to profit when fewer people vote.
To affirm.
Like, it's probably not true of the most recent election, although I don't know what the turnout was. In general, we see that kind of happening. Some of the UK elections that the Conservatives won, the turnout was fucking abysmal.
the transition of your child.
Okay, you don't have kids. What happens if your kid comes up to you and says, I'm trans?
I say, no, you're not. No, we're going to get you the best help possible. We're going to get you the best help possible because you're not.
But you don't know what that help is. So who do you go to? The counselor is probably going to tell you to affirm it. So you're going to have to keep doctor shopping. So really, you're just going to find the first person that's saying anything other than affirm your kid. But what are they going to be saying? Is that going to work?
I'm really sorry that you're going through this, but you're not trans. You can't be the opposite gender.
Yeah, exactly. Old people that vote for old people parties all want the voting age to go higher because then the younger people won't vote against them. It's so fucking crazy. The way people want to fuck around with democracy and pretend they're the ones defending it because apparently younger people are just too stupid and will just fucking tank the country if they win, if their person wins, is like absolutely insane. It's so fucking utterly transparent what these people mean when they say this kind of shit. And people think that I'm stupid. I'm so sick. I talk about like politics and people just think I'm stupid and think that I'm going to not notice them, completely avoiding anything I say and just bringing out other fucking shit. Like, it's so fucking annoying. I know exactly what these people are fucking doing and what they think and what their fucking goals actually are. And people think that I'm stupid and try and get one past me. It doesn't fucking work.
We're going to spare no expense in getting you the help that you need. And thankfully, I've never had to deal with that.
Because you've got no kids.
Thankfully. But if I did, I would know the right thing to do.
I bet it wouldn't be as simple as that. I bet there's not how you'd actually react. And it's easy to say whatever the fuck you want when you don't have kids. I don't have kids either. But even I understand this. So it's not difficult.
No, you don't understand anything.
This person is you know, you made this person. No, of course I wouldn't throw that away over some fucking bullshit pronoun thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's like crazy normal. This is like...
This is not normal. You are not normal. You don't know what normal is. You don't represent normality.
Never claimed to.
You represent an abomination. You represent a distortion. You represent a parent that didn't have enough respect or love for you to tell you the truth. That allowed you to go down this path. And now you're making content on the internet. Well, on top of that, you're also a fucking furry.
He's actually serious with this, isn't he? I'm a furry. Okay, yeah, I'm a furry. I'm a furry. Did you know that I'm a furry?
Holy shit!
I don't know. I had some cat ears from years ago because when I worked at Spoons, they wanted us to dress up for Halloween. This was like 2015, 2016, something like that. So I bought cat ears and just drew like whiskers on and stuff because I couldn't be fucked. Like, if you can't be asked, you dress up as a cat, and that's what you do for Halloween. I don't know if I still have them anywhere. I need more furry stuff just for this guy's benefit. I need like antlers and stuff. That'd be fucking epic.
Man, you know, in casino terms, you've been felted. You've got nothing but the felt.
Like the most insanely normal fucking take ever. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not. And by the way, her brother hasn't either, and neither has she.
Yeah, but her brother is mentally ill, and she.
Oh my god, Matt. Yeah, but they're mentally ill though. Fuck me,
they
dude. Even if they are. It's like basically his sole argument. Well, you're mentally ill. Okay, wow.
Is a fake plastic bimbo. She's a retard. Well, we know that. QT Cinderella is who he's talking about. She's a disingenuous, manufactured, inauthentic, virtue signaling bitch. True.
I mean, listen, there's a tiny part of me that like appreciates this guy. But just how fucking... Actually, no, I am a piece of shit and I'm proud of it, actually.
No, I'm just honest. And the thing is, in the trans community, honesty is not valued. It's not. Which is why you're giggling and you're laughing, because the people who deal with you.
Tekla, that is an insanely stupid position. I hope you understand that. Anyone who gets benefits shouldn't vote. That is utterly retarded. That is completely nuts.
in these sort of kid gloves, sort of, oh, I don't want an offense. The people that you deal with are liars. They don't have enough respect for you to tell you the truth. But ironically enough,
What truth are people not telling me?
I do. I say it unapologetically. Nothing that I've said here is wrong, by the way, or
Yeah, I'm actually a furry.
in any way offensive. It's just the truth. Gender dysphoria is a mental illness. It should not be treated with
Okay, so if you want a healthy economy, presumably you're like pro-immigration then. Cool, fair enough. Bit more based. You get in there, don't worry.
affirmation or dysphoria is a mental illness. It should not be treated
I agree with that. It is a mental illness.
with affirmation
Why not?
or surgery or HRT. It should be treated with going to a professional
Yeah, that's literally what people do.
and seeing if there isn't some cocktail of medications that can
Oh, just experiment. Just experiment on random therapies and random fucking random different medications. And you'll just get there eventually. Just as long as you don't think you're trans anymore, that's all that matters. Okay, bro. You just shouldn't talk about this shit, man.
stabilize your brain, and therapies to try to teach somebody to work through it, to realize that no, you are in the correct body and this is something going on with your mind. If it is a mental issue, we can work on it, we can fix it, but not if you go down the path that these people are suggesting,
I mean, it seems to help some people, but sure.
which is basically like crabs in the bucket. These people just want to pull other people down with them. I'm speaking the truth. You don't like the truth. That's fine. But this guy's just like, I'm a piece of shit. No, I'm an asshole. No, I'm just being honest.
Is he not going to say that he's an asshole, having said that? My point was, at least he's like open about being an asshole, but he can't even fucking take that.
No one in your life has obviously been honest with you, and I'm sad for you for that. I'm sad that there was nobody that cared enough about you to be honest. They just told you whatever
Honest about what?
you wanted to hear in order to make you happy. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. No, you're a woman. Yeah, no, great. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, what's that? Yeah, female penises? Oh, yeah, no.
Does he seriously think that trans women in general are never told by anyone that they're actually men?
Yeah, great. No, you're so right. Oh, you're stunning and brave. Oh, you're amazing. Empty, vacuous, platitudinal praise is worthless.
So is making shit up about people. So is insinuating what you think someone's life has been like and how other people have treated them.
Being honest, being authentic, telling you the hard truth, that's what matters.
Okay, I'm just going to ignore you because you're like actually retarded. Like that, you're saying some of the dumbest shit I've read in fucking time in my chat, quite honestly. Pensioners and fucking students, yeah, that's really dumb. That's so fucking dumb, bro. That is actually like retarded. Actually, like the tiniest part of me like respects that, I guess. But like, come on, bro.
Her dad is the only one in that situation. And by the way, this is a very reasonable position. This person tried to insinuate that I just want to beat up my kids.
I never said that at all.
That's something that's on their brain. But no, I've never mentioned harming the kid. I didn't say killing the kid. I didn't say
you personally had. I'm pretty sure I said, if that is your attitude,
that you go out there and you harass and abuse your own kid. No, but there are some times where you're in a position where your child does something that is against your principles and against your values. And they do something that is damaging and detrimental to the family. And you have to make the right choice that, you know what? I don't want you within the friend group. I don't want you within the family group. This is true of people who abuse drugs and alcohol, people who they feel are a danger to people around them. And by the way, I've seen the effect that this has. I've not had to deal with it with my family or my kids, but I've seen the effect on it. I've seen what it does. I have a family member who had a girl who went through this, and it was brutal. It was brutal. The girl now had a boy's name, and they wanted to transition. And the mom was affirming everything, and this guy I knew had to watch as his beautiful daughter that he loved was changed into this monstrosity.
Very nice way of talking about your family, sure.
It broke his heart. It really did hurt him a lot.
I can empathize a lot with this kind of thing. But why is it then, you're talking about one single example of something that maybe shouldn't have happened, but I can't really verify. I don't know what the situation is. And then taking it to have this extremist position where even using your kid's preferred pronoun is now putting them on the path to go down some fucking ideology where they're going to kill themselves or someone else.
It really did hurt him a lot. And I saw the effects of it. I wouldn't recommend or...
Even with Templar. Yeah, he doesn't like me very much. I don't know why. I thought it was very nice to him personally. But he doesn't like me very much. So we're here.
Punish anyone with that. So, no, I don't think that this is the optimal solution. No, I don't think it's normal.
Note how I've never said literally what he's saying is the optimal solution. Something that ends up happening. But the thing is, you're talking about how you feel about it. You're not factoring in whatsoever what the person who transitioned is feeling. It's almost like you don't really know anything about the situation.
No, I don't advocate for it. And by the way, more people agree with me than they agree with you. You just happen to be on the internet where a bunch of perverts and freaks can all give you updates and likes and retweets. But at the end of the day, more people agree with me.
Yeah, more people voted for Brexit. Didn't really work out super well. Fucking Donald Trump got a fucking majority. I'm supposed to see that as an endorsement of him, but it just looks like an indictment on Americans to me. I don't give a fuck about what more people agree with. I don't even think you should affirm children anyway. I don't even think you should transition children. I don't go against it all the time.
You need to send a prayer in his Discord. Folded hands emoji.
Drew, thank you for the $2. Hick Fury, thank you.
This seems to have his head in the game and knows what's up.
Again, he skipped over a part where he said, I'm not for transition of children personally. It's so fucking gay.
Trying to protect everyone, but she's too busy virtue signaling.
Because you know anything about this situation, right?
And, the kid is mentally ill. No, you don't ever affirm that mental illness. That is cruelty.
There's no bullshit still make video. I'm getting strong no bullshit vibes. I don't remember no bullshit. He hasn't posted in 3 years. Shit.
I don't know who knows. It's your child.
Doesn't know no bullshit is? Oh my god, he's been around long enough. He should. No bullshit was huge. He was definitely around 6 years ago. That was his peak, wasn't it? No bullshit, about 6 years ago. Anyway.
All for the sake of your own feeling of virtue. You don't want to lose a relationship with that kid. So
that's not virtue. You literally say it's about virtue, then
it's virtue signaling. It's, I'm willing to affirm this terrible thing because it makes me feel good. And
pause Andy. Pause Andy. Pause Andy.
And it sounds good for me to say, rather than actually doing good and being.
It literally says on screen why he would use his kid's preferred pronoun. It says why on here. You fucking
good.
Describe something else.
Of your own illness. That is cruelty to your child. All for the sake of your own feeling of virtue. You don't want to lose a relationship with that kid, so you're willing.
This is really stupid.
Willing to affirm the worst case scenario for them and put them down the path of an ideology with a 41% suicide ideation. Are you fucking kidding me? The answer is...
What's the suicide rate of being a middle-aged man who's never touched a woman in his life? Not zero.
You catty bitch. You limey wanker. Yeah, that's this freak's refutation. That's their counter. They have nothing else.
Well, I mean, you keep citing the suicide rate. What are the suicide rates of any other groups of people? You don't know.
They have nothing else. And the reason why is because they know it's true. And they don't have a retort or a response because they're not used to being addressed this directly.
You know, I explained why he was wrong to say this is about virtue signaling. He paused in the middle of it and then just carried on. So, I don't know, man. You can lead a horse to water, etc. It's not zero. You're crashing out. It's catastrophizing. I think...
Catastrophizing, eh? You want a bottle of water there? Eh? Sergeant Shroon reporting for duty, eh? Yeah. No, you had no response.
What does he think catastrophizing means? That's literally what he's doing, this one as well as last time. Oh, but I can't say bottle of water properly. Okay, bro, sure, okay.
The suicide rate in the trans community is significantly higher than even in the bald, middle-aged, fat, online gamer demographic.
He's talking about himself here. I could buy that's probably true. I'm just saying that the trans suicide rate isn't the only one you might want to be concerned with, you know?
Whatever other pejoratives you want to throw in there, whatever sort of sleight of hand, let's put the conversation over here. Whatever it is, the trans community has a higher suicide ideation. Oh, and by the way, also they have a higher regret ideation than any other so-called cure that you've ever seen.
Source? I'll take a source on that anytime. Fucking hell.
And on top of that,
I think, listen, the way they measure regret rates and the kind of the 1% shit, I think there's a lot of faults to be found with that kind of shit. I think it's probably far higher. But the raw data, there are a lot of surgeries that people express more regret for than trans surgeries. They're just making this up.
Whether they regret it or other so-called cure that you've ever seen. And on top of that, whether they regret it or not, there is the real problem of medical issues. Ongoing, chronic, perpetual medical issues.
For many people, that's just part of being human, but sure.
That we've seen people talk about time and time again.
People catastrophize over the idea that they might not be able to transition the way they want to, or as soon as they want to. This is the other side of the coin of that.
Always know. And this sort of cowardice is something that I'm going to call...
No response. All this, oh, you don't have any points. You're just the same bottle of water or whatever. You don't have any points. What I'm saying is, there are people out there who, if you don't allow them to transition right when they want to, as soon as possible, they'll crash out over it. They catastrophize. You're ruining their life, all that kind of shit. What you're doing is the other way of that. It's well, if you use someone's preferred pronouns, you're therefore setting them on a path to medical issues, 41% school shootings. It's catastrophizing. It goes both ways. But then when I actually make a point, you don't fucking engage in it.
Well, and it's not specific to Asmongold. This is predominantly a female issue because you see women trying to trans kids. You don't usually see men or fathers trying to do it so much. I don't think that Asmongold, if he, looked at his baby girl or baby boy, and if they, after 18 to 20 years, said, I'm going to transition, I don't believe that he would stand by this. I think the only reason he can say this is because this is from the comfort of his home without actually having to deal with the consequence of this. Asmon?
I'm muted. I think he's earned something. Just give me a sec. I think if he's not going to be honest about his appearance, then I will be. Here we go. Just for you, bro. Don't do that. Okay. Literally the same shit this guy's doing as well.
I've actually seen the consequence of this, and it's not an arbitrary decision. It is something that affects people deeply. I had a family member who had a girl who she suddenly thought that she was a boy. And the mother went out of her way to affirm it. Now, this girl...
This isn't necessarily a good thing either, by the way. It's not necessarily the best idea to just straight away affirm everything and do everything that your kid wants. Because ultimately you're the parent. That doesn't mean... Oh, I almost agreed with him a little bit there. I bet he got nothing to say. That is wrong to at least affirm some of it. Like, it's not a black and white thing. It's not either do or don't. There are layers to it. You don't have to really do either. You can kind of encourage them in different directions. There's a lot of different things you can do.
Turned 18. The mother had affirmed this since she was like 12. That, oh, no, you're a boy. You're a boy. And that had translated over, and now she thought she was a boy.
Here it is. He really, really liked that little guy. Yeah, it's... Listen, there's certain assumptions I will make. I don't want to go that far, but there is a non-zero possibility of what you're saying being the case.
So she changed her name, went through the whole thing, whole kit and caboodle, and she wanted to go through health issues.
Could be playing into that portion for sure. Yeah. It's the story he's telling. How true this is, I've no idea.
The dad, somebody that I grew up, family member that I loved, he affirmed it. He allowed his daughter to ruin her life. And
how do you know that they've ruined their life?
Because I've seen it. It's miserable. She
didn't answer that at all.
She's dealing with health and mental illness issues abound because of these chemicals that she was on and the therapy that she underwent, both physical and mental.
That is possible. They were on like puberty blockers and stuff like that. It's possible that's having lasting effects for sure. We're getting like a story.
I've seen it. As it's not.
Excuse me. TDS is a pedophile dog whistle. No pedophiles allowed here. Thank you.
It's not a trick. It's like if I were the only one in the world, I came up with this fantastical story, and I'm the only one in the world, with it. Then yeah, you could be skeptical. But this is so fucking
Gooning on Maine. I don't even know about that. There's a lot of history I'm not too familiar with.
Common.
You watch lolly VTubers. Oh my god. I'm not very surprised by that at all. I know there was some VTubers Discord that he also got kicked out of, as well as Asmongold's. That looked a bit sus.
With it. Then yeah,
he's friends with is he friends with Nux Taku? Probably.
Could be skeptical, but this is so fucking common. We found out that is so common. You know it. You know that it's true. You don't have to know me. You don't have to trust me. It is it's something that happens so often that it wouldn't even matter if it were my story. But it is. Unfortunately, I've seen in real time what it does.
Spinal BJ. If even he disavows Templar, then something is wrong for sure.
To the face. Unfortunately, I've seen in real time what it does to the family. It's destructive.
Story. I don't really know how much of this went down the way this guy is saying it, I don't know whether they have like other underlying... He wants to be friends with... Oh, okay. That's quite sad. That's quite sad in a way. I almost feel bad for mocking him. Issues that might have caused them issues either way, and that's what they're actually dealing with rather than the medication or anything. I don't know if they would have been miserable just staying...
We got Bob Nuggets with a $2 donation. Templar, his member notification is animal sex. Oof. Oh.
Oh my god, he's upset about that. They're not even having sex. Hang on.
We got Bob Nuggets with...
They're not even having sex. This was in June or something? Deer don't reproduce in fucking June. This was just a young buck humping a fucking, mounting a little doe for about 3 seconds and then jumping off again. He's just showing dominance or whatever. They're not actually even fucking. This is in a public place that you can just go and this kind of thing might happen. Kids will see this kind of thing because it's animals. Animals do this kind of thing. I don't know why the fuck you would get offended by this. It's just a fucking deer mounting another deer. that's what they're actually dealing with rather than the medication or anything. I don't know if they would have been miserable just staying.
We got Bob Nuggets with a $2 donation. Templar, his member notification is animal sex. Oof. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Thank you for the donation, brother.
As a girl for other. Oh yeah, that's not good. Reasons like there's a lot to it, you know. Something happens that doesn't work out for that person, therefore it's bad for everyone. Well, you don't really know that, you know. Asmongold's mods banned him from his Discord server. Is that true? Oh my god.
Yeah. Damage that was done to this person is going to be with them the rest of their life. And if somebody had just
marital rape, I did hear a quote of him saying, I can't remember what it was. It was something pretty untoward. I don't know why his fans would then be offended by my gif, but okay.
Stepped up and said, no, we're not doing this. She may be normal at this point, because when she was a kid, she was normal. But it was influencing.
See how quickly he like hops off again. This is just something animals do. Is it like sex when your like male dog humps a table leg? Like, calm down.
And it was this.
Mental health issues don't tend to manifest straight away. I'm sure things like schizophrenia, like, it starts manifesting in your teens. Like, again, we really don't know much about this person to just say, I didn't make this point very well. What I meant by that was like, he's just saying this kid was fine and then suddenly they transed and they went fine. You don't really know whether that's the case. You don't know what else could have come in the side manifesting that did far more damage. And the trans was like possibly a consequence of that, you know. Or they transitioned and it ruined their life. Maybe it happened. Yes, I would probably agree if you're going to say you shouldn't transition children. I'd probably agree if you're going to say...
Probably?
You should be a bit more discerning about what I say again. About this person to just say, oh, they transitioned and it ruined their life. Maybe it happened. Yes, I would probably agree if you're going to say you shouldn't transition children. I'd probably agree if you're going to say...
Probably?
You should be... Well, yeah, I don't think in 100% of cases it is very much you have to not transition your child. There might be outliers. There might be kids that no matter what you do, that's what they're going to end up doing anyway. It's called leaving the door open. It's called not speaking as an authority on something that I'm not really an authority on. Be a bit more discerning, a bit more careful of who you're transitioning. Whether any one kid's circumstances are the right ones for transition. Like, sure, but I don't know, man. It's hard to try. Someone who's this like ideologically entrenched and against like trans in general, it just makes it hard to, like, everything they're going to be perceiving about this is going to be as negative as possible. You know what I mean?
Outside pressure, and it was the mom who is incredibly left-wing.
Oh, accusation of bias, absolutely nothing to say.
This kid will
see what I mean? The mom's left-wing. He's so entrenched in ideology that I just don't trust a thing he says, like, ever.
She was, listen, I don't know what you want me to say. She was incredibly left-wing. A lot of women do tend to trend left-wing, especially modern women. No, brother, she was left-wing, about as left-wing as you can get. Like, she was very, very left-wing. Never be the same again. So I view it as an outright evil to affirm this shit with your kids. You have to be firm. And by the way,
you have to be firm, says Childless Man.
Let me just also mention...
Oh, don't worry if your kid disowns you. Don't worry if your kid turns like... I like how every time I point out that he has no authority telling other parents how to parent their kids, he just has nothing to say. Like 14 and just all about his niece. Yeah, that's one of the other things is like, he's talking about one single case that has now made him rabidly anti-something. That's very, very irrational. I'm sorry. Runs away and never comes back.
Oh yeah, your kid's gonna run away and never come back at 14. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, you never heard of trans kids disowning their family and running away? Seriously? Like, fuck me, man.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen because unlike you, we're actually going to take an interest in our kid. We're not...
Templar does not have any kids, no.
We're just going to let our kid run away. It doesn't happen. Unless you're a particularly terrible parent, dude.
Because at least you didn't affirm them as trans. You can't believe someone would lay with this guy. I can't believe anyone has, and I don't believe anyone has. I think he's probably a virgin. Trans. He had nothing to say. When I mentioned about, like, has he ever touched a woman? He had nothing to say. Couldn't directly engage with that. Just started asking me if I knew what a woman is, which I do, by the way. And you agree with me, so hey.
Oh, so if you don't affirm your kid at 14, they're going to run away. So you should really affirm.
It's a possibility, yes. Do you know about... Fuck me, man. If you're this anti-trans, shouldn't you know some of the horror stories?
Children, shut the fuck up, you fucking freak. You hit the double whammy. You're a furry and you're trans. Gross.
Wow. I'm a furry. I can't get over this, man. I can't get over this. I'm a furry. I'm a furry, apparently. Bro.
That it is not noble. It is selfish. To say, I don't want to lose something. I don't want to lose something, so I'm just...
It's selfish to say you don't want to lose a relationship with your...
It's selfish to say, I'd rather keep this relationship and watch this person hurt themselves than actually do the right thing that you know is in their best interest.
Child? We're still talking about pronouns, bear in mind. How does he call all of them fairies? Okay, fair enough. What?
Going to pretend that the bad thing that they're doing isn't bad.
The funniest thing about this is that they all agree with this. They do.
Yeah, my chat is not all that pro-LGBT. I don't know what you're fucking saying. I think you should stop whining, to be honest. If you say dumb shit, people might respond to you. That seems to be what's happening. I don't really care, honestly.
You're a hypocrite? No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Like, I'm the only person that's not a hypocrite.
No, you're not a hypocrite, but you're speaking from a position where you have no concept or understanding.
Oh, I know what's coming. Oh my god, man. I hate this person. I don't hate this person. He's hilarious. I actually love him. But like, just everything he's going to say, you can just turn straight back on him.
Of what you're saying. Now, it could be that you have family members that are going through this, like I am, but you've never mentioned it, you've never talked about it, but no, I've seen the real world ramifications. If you're able to...
You've seen one person.
A family member. See what I've seen, and...
Yeah, so not only is it only one person, but you're way too close to the situation emotionally. Congratulations. He thinks Queeman is pro-trans. Yeah, I saw that. It's called me like a TRA in not so many words. Hilarious.
Still affirm that shit?
Limey twig. Yeah, I did watch his Queeman response. I saw that. Was it Internet Adjacent, the other one that I saw, the guy that plays Fall Guys? Wasn't blown away by his ability to deal with people that disagree with him, if I'm honest.
That's nuts. That's genuinely crazy. The answer is no. No.
I mean, listen, if I was fat, middle-aged, and whatever the fuck else this guy is, I'd seethe over someone being a twink too. Every person like this seethes over twinks.
You're not the opposite gender. No, I'm not going to refer to you as that. No, because that would be doing more harm to you.
Yeah, Kaylee, that's exactly right. Some of these kids, they don't get affirmed. They run away from home. They end up with people like fucking Leadhead. It's completely true. But these people are so single-track mind. They don't understand any of this and aren't curious and aren't interested in learning so that they actually have a decent perspective on how best to protect your kid and make sure that you're not just filling them up with every fucking chemical ever to change their sex, but also not being so obstinate and so against anything whatsoever that they run away. There might be a middle ground, like, I don't know, using a pronoun. It's like so unbelievably obvious to anyone that actually understands the situation. Anyone that actually understands what can happen on each end of the scale. It's like fucking crazy to me. But someone like this, he called Parry a trans Indian. Oh my, I didn't realize he responded to Parry. I'm gonna have to watch that at some point. It's fucking hilarious. Trans Indian. Yeah, no, these people, they're so fucking arrogant on this situation. They think it's just, people think they're the wrong sex. Tell them no. Profit. It's like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, Leadhead. Leadhead has a found family. This person just doesn't even fucking know who Leadhead is, probably. That's the thing. He's almost not transphobic enough in some ways. And that makes it worse.
And, you know, it would be damaging because it's not true.
Like, listen, if you're going to be a transphobe, fucking commit to it. Purple Pajit Gaming. I'm using that from now on. Yeah, he's not transphobic enough. He's not committed enough. He doesn't learn anything. He just has the fucking basic bitch fucking rightoid take instead of actually learning the shit. It's not necessarily always a bad position. Like, being against trans kids in general, I agree. Probably shouldn't transition a kid. But he doesn't fucking know anything.
You're affirming a lie.
So is it damaging if you teach your kid about Santa Claus? Is it damaging if it turns out that God isn't real, but you raise your... Yeah, so affirming a lie. This was in the intro. He's like, well, it is if you force feed your child and make them dye their hair white. What about just affirming the lie? Like what your fucking point was? What about just affirming the lie? Do we get any engagement this time?
A lie.
So is it damaging if you teach your kid about Santa Claus? Is it damaging if it turns out that God isn't real, but you raise your kid as a Christian anyway?
I already went over this and God is real, so...
No, you went over this and completely changed the fucking example. What about just affirming the lie like what you said?
It's not even worth bringing up.
How much? Oh, it's not worth engaging with unless you can change it to something else. Wow, amazing. Amazing. 27k subscribers. You really earned them. Really earned them, bro. How do you get to make like reality claims of other people's like beliefs?
Well, I know what a woman is. I know what a man is. I can define them, so...
But so can I. So does that mean I can make reality claims?
If somebody comes to me and says, well, I think I know what a woman is, and their definition of a woman is a man pretending to be a woman, my answer is no.
When you're like religious?
It makes you a liar. Better than yours. It's then a liar. So, no, the answer is no.
As if like parents don't lie to their kids. Like white lies and stuff all the time to like protect them.
That's a big lie and a destructive lie.
Not just using a pronoun.
Little white lie. Hey, Jimmy, your name is Jane. You're a woman now.
Not what the subject is, again.
No, get out of here.
Sometimes it's just necessary.
And it doesn't make Asmongold the hypocrite. He just doesn't have a kid. He's never been put in that...
Do you? Where's your fucking kid?
Position. As if I would let you anywhere near my kids.
I don't want to be anywhere near your kids. I can't be anywhere near your kids because you don't fucking have any.
To make my point...
Notice how he avoids that every single time. It's so fucking gay. You don't have any kids. Just be fucking honest. Just be honest that you approach this conversation, or this subject, should I say, from a position of rank fucking ignorance. And that your only reason for being so virulently against fucking trans kids is your niece. That it's possible you just fancied, and that was the issue. I don't know, to be clear.
I bring this up when I'm talking about...
You knew one person who you're related to that didn't work out for, so therefore it's the most evil thing ever.
Transgenderism. It's not just one person that it affects.
No engagement. You're using one fucking example. Why not respond to that? The most evil thing ever.
Transgenderism. It's not just one person that it affects. It's not just one person. It's everyone in your family.
Your daughter's tooth fairy's name was Stacy. Well, according to this childless middle-aged man here, who sounds like he's never touched a woman in his life. Sorry, it's gauche to laugh at your own jokes. I'm so sorry. What else are you going to say? Man here, who sounds like he's never touched a woman in his life.
This freak keeps saying that. And it's interesting. Because this freak wanted to tell me that transgenderism isn't about sexuality, but it seems to this abomination that the highest value that they place on anything is touching women. It seems like that is the highest value that they place on anything.
What is he talking about? No, I just think you sound like you've never touched a woman, bro. Everything doesn't have to be like stretched to fucking breaking point.
And they make the assumption in terms of gauging your value and worth that you just haven't and you have no kids. Even though this person has no kids and this person has no prospects, this person is on the internet affirming degeneracy and mental illness and trying to ruin people's lives.
Am I?
By telling them a lie that isn't true, that's ultimately going to harm them in the end.
You've irreparably damaged your kid. Well done. Again, no real engagement on what it's actually saying. Still doesn't deny it because he can't. He knows it's true. It's just fucking obvious. It's just palpable. Dr. Phil? You're gonna go to the most like fucking dramatic,
yep,
quite possibly scripted shit like ever.
Sure.
Dr. Phil. Sure, bias is good actually.
That's it right here.
She got. I say he. This guy in the wig.
I accidentally called this person a she. Unlucky.
Looks a little bit like Asmongold. But you look at what the dad's going through. You look at what the...
Yeah, but like, why? Who is this person? Does he have a pre-existing like bias against trans people? What's the history between this person?
It doesn't matter. This
It matters a lot actually, but sure.
father is watching his son turn into this thing. It's soul crushing.
And their dad. There's so much shit you don't know. That's another thing. It's so easy to tell parents how they should deal with their kid in any one circumstance.
Yeah, the dad acts the way that normal people would. They are horrified.
When it's not even really true. How do normal people act when their kid comes out as trans? This doesn't look like a normal family dynamic by any circumstance. Kind of seems like they like I don't know the story. I don't know what the deal is with this person and the dad. Kind of comes across like he hasn't seen his kid in many years, and what he's seeing is now a very different person to who he probably last saw. But I don't know the circumstance, and he doesn't like give any context for this. Watches compilations of parents crying in front of their kids as jerk-off material. Listen, I don't put anything past anyone, to be honest. Everything is informed by everything. Everything is informed by who they are and who you are and how your relationship is. This is 20 years old, what, the clip? Probably. Been up to this point and how it is right now. So you can do these like broad sweeping statements, but you don't really know any one like case to tell them how they should feel or how they should react ultimately.
The dad's going through. That's just brutal.
Nothing to say? Nothing? But you're seeing like the emotional outcome of what? What are we seeing here?
The fact that you don't understand is pretty shocking.
Not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I have no idea what these people's circumstances are, and nor do you.
What we're seeing is a father watching his son transition to this freak.
Yes, playing out on the most manipulative fucking show. One of the most manipulative fucking shows ever.
Is LARPing as a woman, even though you're not, and now you're on the internet arguing with you what you say is a fat bull. You look at what the...
Yeah, but like, why? It's so easy. But you don't... I don't know what happened there. I'm so sorry. But
to this thing that is an abnormality.
I think I possibly missed some of that. I'm sure it was an amazing rebuttal. Well done. Well done, Tactical Templar. Well done.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Tell me what you're thinking and feeling right now, Gary.
I'm hurt bad.
Jerry Springer probably is evidence of like trans being bad to this guy. He probably does watch trans fucking shit on Jerry Springer and is like, oh my god, see, it's so bad. They get in like fights and stuff.
What a selfish fucking freak that thing is.
Like, it's easy. You don't know these people and you see one person being upset. Oh, they must be a terrible person then. They've upset that person. It's the most retarded engagement ever. Yeah, you don't know these people.
It's true.
She's agreeing with me. Are they selfish?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be agreeing with me there, bro. I'm criticizing you.
This freak is bothered by that because they know it's true. They watch the real world effect. Watch it hit somebody that fucking
The real world as shown on Dr. Phil.
hard. To have to watch that. To sit there and watch that. And this person has no counter. Oh, it's Dr. Phil. Oh, it's you don't know the history. I don't need to know the history. I see the look on his face and I can empathize with it.
Yeah. This guy sees just someone being upset by literally anything and just assumes that something bad must have happened. What's the dad been like towards them their whole life?
Doesn't matter.
How have they felt their whole life?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't change one bit the feeling in that moment of seeing his son changed into that.
What has led to them transitioning?
Doesn't matter.
His son hasn't changed really into anything. That's just still his son, right? Is this just something that might have happened?
No, it doesn't matter. You're making excuses and justifications. The reality is that look on that guy's face, that should tell you everything. Transgenderism is disgusting. It's wrong. It's unnatural. It's gross. It should not be affirmed ever. And that's because to affirm that is cruelty.
It's bad because it's bad because it's bad because it's bad.
It demonstrates a profound lack of humanity and understanding. Because you want them to transition to affirm yourself. You are one of the most selfish people I've ever seen.
Wait, I'm getting confused now. Is this him talking now or is this him talking last time? Is he talking about me or is he... this is getting confusing. Fuck me, dude.
It demonstrates a profound lack of humanity and understanding. Because you want them to transition to affirm yourself. You are one of the most selfish people I've ever seen.
Whatever they do. They're an adult.
No.
I know, he was talking about me. Yeah, I'm very invested in this person transitioning. You're right. I totally give a shit. Whether someone transitions or not. Sure, bro.
Never affirm that. Not even for...
What if, like, your kid doesn't transition, but they want to start wearing makeup and they're bored? Yeah, he doesn't actually even know how the dad feels. He's assuming that they're, like... that he's, like... hurting because of it. And that is not more just the shock of seeing something very different to what you last thought your kid looked like. Boy, you can have the same like, oh, you're selfish. Man transitions, disgusting because confusion boner. Woman transitions, sorrowful because unfuckable. Yeah, I wonder. If you're wanting to wear makeup, you're selfish.
Yeah, no.
Hang on.
No, never affirm that. Not even for...
What if, like, your kid doesn't transition, but they want to start wearing makeup and they're a boy? You can have the same, like, oh, you're selfish for wanting to wear makeup. You're selfish.
Yeah, no, you're not wearing makeup. That's really weird.
Why is it weird?
No, guys don't wear makeup.
Okay. Wow. Thank you for falling into the trap. Okay, so you tell your boy kid that wants to wear makeup, no, you can't do that. Boys don't wear makeup. Is a part of them then potentially going to feel like, well, if I really want to, then does that mean maybe I'm not a boy? Does that mean that something's wrong with me? I might be in the wrong body, something like that. You're creating trans kids doing that shit, bro. You got to let them do what feels good to them. You got to let them like experiment with that kind of stuff instead of like affirming them as the other sex, instead of like filling them up with hormones and shit. Let them try things out that aren't like physically changing, that aren't potentially harmful. Like trying on makeup or some shit, you know what I mean? Let them do that kind of shit. and see if they're just happy doing that instead of transitioning. Isn't that better? But there's no compromise. Not only can you not transition, but you can't do anything that I consider wrong for your sex. Well, that is how you create more people that want to transition. Donald Trump wears makeup. Yeah. Shh, don't tell Tactical Templar. He thinks that's his natural complexion.
Yeah, very simple. How is this complicated for you? Are you really that fucking stupid?
No, he just doesn't understand my point. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, they don't get to wear makeup. No, they don't get to wear dresses. They don't get to wear high heels. No.
Selfish, want to present yourself a certain way. Like, at that point, like, who the fuck cares?
An instant, not 1 second. It is the most immoral thing that you could possibly do in your life.
It's annoying that I didn't, like, fully make the point that is making. Maybe I do. I can't remember.
To affirm the transgender community.
So, not like murdering a child, not like sexually assaulting a child, affirming your child as trans. That
considering
he's doing it again. Why? JD Vance wears that. He does look like it. My Chemical Romance Vance.
all the terrible shit that trans people do. Yeah,
it's like retarded. So like if he was in a room with a pedophile and a trans person who's never done anything to anyone, and you have a gun with one bullet in it, you'd shoot the trans person. You'd save the pedophile. Is that what you're saying? You would save the pedophile?
it's pretty good to keep your kids away from them.
That's the most immoral thing, bear in mind. Yeah. It's worse to have a child around a trans person than a child rapist. He actually believes that. He's actually pro-pedophile. Confirmed.
To affirm this mental illness. No, you are not the opposite gender. You will never be the opposite gender. You can never...
You mean sex?
Gender, sex. You'll never be the opposite gender. You'll never be the opposite sex. It doesn't matter. They're linked. They're not separate.
ERA shit. I never said they were separate, but sure. Fucking around with sex and gender, where they're apparently different, but then we use them interchangeably. These people do the same shit. They do the same shit. His fat accent. Yeah. I think I've heard a few people say that he sounds like obese. He does sound obese. Fuck.
He does sound obese.
So why are you looking obese on my screen then? Checkmate, atheist. Oh wait, you're not an atheist.
You sound like a guy.
I am a guy.
Be the opposite gender, and by you thinking that by diving headfirst into this ideology with a suicide ideation of 41% and a regret ideation for those who survive of about 15%.
I'd want to see a number for this. I want to know where he's getting this from. Depending on the study, the regret is like 1%. I don't really trust that number, to be honest. I think regret is hard to measure in general. I think you're not necessarily going to get, completely honest responses from every single person. There's a lot of issues with those numbers, but you'll just say a completely different number. Like 15% regret it. Okay, sure.
The answer is fucking no. No, you're not.
Nothing to say. No. I don't know. Well, actually, here's where I got my number from. No, I just made it the fuck up. Okay, bro. Sure.
In a transition, no. If you are 18, you want to do that, you go out into the world and you do that. You ruin your life, but I'm not going to be a party to it. That is...
again, that's worth your kid running away in their teens one day and never coming back, potentially.
No parent will allow their teen to run away. By the way...
Isn't the point of the child running away that the parent doesn't really have a choice?
If your kid runs away at 14 because they think that they're the opposite gender, you have done a poor job raising your kid.
Childless man, bear in mind. Judging other parents. If they're running away, it's probably because they followed your method. If they're running away because they think they're the opposite gender. Because the reason they would run away is because you're not affirming them, most likely.
No, not everyone allows their kid to just run away and the kid's just gonna run off. No.
Well, you just shouldn't let them run away then. God, man. What is wrong with this guy? Holy fucking shit.
That's not just a thing that happens. You have to raise your kid right. Which means you don't raise them in the sort of liberal, open-minded, degenerate, retard way that apparently your parents raised you, which turned you into the freak that you are. No.
I'm sorry. There's no such thing as gender. Well, there kind of is. Like, there has to be some word for, like, the kind of social expectations, stereotypes, roles, etc. that are applied to the male and female, but aren't actually biological themselves.
Sort of liberal, open-minded, degenerate, retard way that apparently your parents raised you, which turned you into the freak that you are.
My parents didn't raise me to become trans. This just kind of happened. Does this fucking retard know what age I was when I transitioned? I wouldn't have been living with my parents for a long fucking time by then. You can just say anything. You can just say anything, you know? What did your parents do to raise you to be like you are, bro? Cherry, that is not called sex. Sex is your sex role. Sex is your reproductive role. Sex is whether you're a man or a woman. If something is gendered, like you have gendered clothes, you have like men's and women's clothes, that isn't biological. Men's and women's fashion is stuff that is like associated with one sex or the other, but isn't like biological, isn't like actually of that sex or gender, whatever. That masculine and feminine, that's what I'm referring to with like gender. Your sex is your sex.
No, maybe if your parents...
Dad, can I run away? No. Okay, then. Sex is biology. Yes, I agree with that. It's your evolved trait to either impregnate or become pregnant.
had been stricter with you, maybe your parents...
Gender is not fetish. You're just wrong there. I'm sorry. What I explained to you is what gender is.
You are. No, maybe if your parents had been stricter with you, maybe your parents, if they had taught you right from wrong, maybe if they...
He thinks I'm 21, maybe. I reckon his type is probably 16 to 21. It may be stretched to 15.
They had taken you to church more, maybe you wouldn't be in the position...
I actually went to church a few times when I was a kid. I just kind of zoned out and I wasn't interested. We used to have to sing hymns.
Sorry, that's just anti-trans.
When I was in school. Ooh.
Gender. I hardly know her.
Thank you, McCartoons, for the $2. Thank you.
That you're in. But now you are somebody without a family, without children. You are somebody...
Without a family. I'm part of families. I have a partner. Where's your partner, bro? Where's your partner?
That is LARPing as a woman, even though...
Nope, incorrect.
You're not. And now you're on the internet arguing with you what you say is a fat, bald, middle-aged man.
Well, I could just say the same back to you. You're arguing with someone who thinks they're a woman. Or whatever shit.
Coping with the reality of that. Coming up with all the different... Oh, he must be fat. He must be a virgin. Oh, he must be bald. He must play World of Warcraft.
I never said you must play World of Warcraft. That was all you.
Any excuse that you come up with, any deflection you come up with, just belies how utterly sad and pathetic you are. Because the reason that you come up with that is because you have no actual response.
No, I had lots of responses. You just choose to ignore all of those and focus on the times where I say that you haven't touched a woman before. And cried about my dono thing that has a deer mounting another deer for 3 seconds. I made lots of points. You just ignored all of them. Or didn't understand them.
Because what I'm saying is correct. It doesn't mean that you have to like it. That's not what I'm saying. The truth is often bitter. If the truth...
Oh, well, he's just right. Sorry, I forgot. You can just declare that you're right and that's all that matters. Yeah. How come he's not married with a wife and kids right now? He's a Christian soldier. Isn't that your calling in life as a Christian man? Have a wife, have kids. How old are you? Time's ticking, bro. It's going to start looking weird if you're starting that shit too old, you know what I mean?
Truth weren't bitter. If the truth were sweet, then everyone would tell the truth. No, lies are so much more seductive. And that's what your chat and the people around you tell you. They tell you lies.
Such as?
And the lies, they sound good. You know, people make a misconception. People think that Satan is ugly. They have the caricature of the red demon with the horns. But if that's really how Satan looked, everyone would run from him. But no. No. Satan is the most beautiful thing in the world to you. Satan is beautiful to you. That's why you run towards him. Now, the demon underneath belies the fact. The demon underneath belies the fact that it really is evil that you're running towards. But on the surface of it, it looks perfect.
Oh my God, is he still going?
That's the truth. Satan comes to you in a form that is alluring to you, seductive to you, not one that you would run away from. That's why it's important to understand that Satan isn't ugly. Satan is the thing that you want to hear the most. That's why you have to be the most critical of it. And for you, what you want to hear is all the affirmation in the world. You want everyone to affirm you, even if what you're saying isn't true. And you may get it from your chat, you may get it from other people, but you're not going to get it from me. Doesn't matter if you like me or not. Doesn't matter if you hate me. I'm going to tell you the truth, which is something that is a gift that you may not understand. You may be too ignorant and too selfish to understand, but the truth is a gift. And it's one that not many people give. But I will.
Not as simple as that. Wow, that was epic. He really owned me. Shit, man. I need to rethink all my life decisions. Quite honestly, after that. Epic. You just hit someone over the head with a brick, and then that cures everything. You have to like work with them, find out how to actually make them happy. But some dunderhead like this doesn't give a fuck. You got gender problems while you're not that, so stop. That doesn't work, bro. That doesn't work.
Absolutely immoral, and it is cowardly to affirm that disgusting shit.
That's fucking retarded.
Answer is always no.
Yeah, that's it. Do you call your son a she? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I would do it.
I could not disagree with this anymore. Like the casual way that he's talking about it. Yeah, no, just no. There's no chance. There's no chance. It's not
the casual way he's talking about his hypothetical child that's coming out as trans. Like,
logical. It's not moral. It's actually cruelty. Not only is it cruelty because you are affirming a mental illness for your kid, somebody that you should.
What does he even mean when he says that? You're affirming a mental illness. What are you even saying?
Be out there to protect, but you're doing it because you're selfish. You just don't want to lose the relationship. So if he's
just concerned about losing his child. Well, yeah. This is very normal. You do anything to preserve your relationship with your kid. You do anything to make sure you're still the one there looking after them and making sure that they're not coming to harm at the end of the day. That's what a parent is supposed to be doing. It's just a pronoun. Like, I do understand the other side in that. Okay, listen. Surely he's going to understand what I'm going to say here. Surely there's going to be something here. Fuck me, man. I think that socially transitioning your kid does lead to more and more things. Everything you're doing makes it more likely you're going to go on to more and more steps. And it's not as simple as, oh, well, if they continue with it and don't stop at any point, it must be because they're genuinely trans. It isn't quite like that.
But you're doing it because you're selfish. You just...
At the same time, it is true that just socially transitioning your kid or just using a pronoun is really not the same as just immediately shoveling them through a medical procedure, regardless of whether it's the right thing for them. Like maybe humoring them on pronouns is not in fact the worst thing in the world. And to say that that's part of like the most immoral thing you can possibly do is like fucking insane.
Just don't want to lose the relationship. So if the kid comes...
It's like every time I make a point, he just pretends I don't. He just ignores it. Jesus Christ, man, I'm on to you. So obvious.
To you and goes, well, I'm an alcoholic, but I don't have a problem. If you see your kid ruining your life, Asmund, you're not going to do anything? No, of course you would.
When you affirm your trans kid and you pursue the medical pathway, in effect, what you are doing is committing to like helping them treat that issue.
No.
If your kid...
No, it's not.
Oh, he's going to pause Andy me. Jesus Christ, man. He knows my perspective because he's heard it. I don't even think it's a good idea. Fucking...
Not a treatment or a cure.
It's not about whether you think it's a treatment or a cure. To those parents, that is a treatment and a cure, potentially. That's why they're doing it. They're not doing it because they're some sick, depraved freak in the vast majority of cases. It's about disagreeing with something, such as transitioning children, but still understanding why parents like go along with it and why they think it's the best thing to do.
No. You are putting them down a path where they're going to encounter a gay transgender furry like yourself. No.
I'm not gay, I'm straight.
No.
He accidentally affirmed my gender by calling me gay just then. That's amazing.
There are more humane, more
Oh, thank you, Milkman Dan. Thank you.
beneficial outcomes than affirming this mental illness. We will get through this together, but no, that is not an acceptable outcome.
Comes out as an alcoholic. To you, that's the fucking point. He's so dumb, man. Like, Paint, just give me something, man. Give me something to understand that you have theory of mind. Give me something to understand that you can see why another person might do a thing, even if you yourself disagree with it. It's really not difficult. It's really not difficult. What I'm talking about with transitioning a kid, I don't agree with. I don't think it's a good idea. But I still understand why parents do it and why it's not as simple as they're listening to Satan or they're some sick freak affirming some like delusion or something. It's not quite like that. Unless you're some psychopath and it's like, okay, I got a drinking buddy. Most likely you'd kind of commit to like helping them get through that and like helping them fix that shit. Because that's what the intention of child transition is, even if you disagree with it. It's like, what kind of analogy even is this? I even said it there. Are you going to say anything?
The only reason that you can say this is because you've never looked into your daughter's eyes.
Nothing. Again, it's nothing. Every time, it's fucking nothing. Don't you find it important for a parent to help parent a child through confusion and conflict? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is, like, part of the compromise might be something like pronouns, but you might still not go along with all the other stuff. To me, like I said, I think the best way, honestly, is to kind of affirm, like, their interests that are not necessarily typical of their gender. You know what I mean? Like, there's obviously stuff that's making them feel like they're in the wrong body, whatever. Maybe they're a kid, they're a girl, but they want to play football or something. Like, that's okay for them to do. Maybe they're a boy, but want to look a bit more feminine and have longer hair or something. Just, like, see how it goes when you, like, let them kind of take on their interests. Someone like this, if their kid shows a sign of being gender non-conforming, he'd shove that down. But that's what drives people towards transition, at least some of the time. Like me, part of the reason I transitioned was, like, a feeling I'd always had of, like, not measuring up to, like, male gender roles.
You've never looked into the eyes of your child.
Because he totally has, of course.
No, absolutely not.
You could literally just make that criticism of him.
This is an immoral and cowardly statement that only...
I just mentioned, okay, so I just said, this is why it's important that this guy doesn't have kids, because he's criticizing someone else for doing something, and his reason is, well, you don't have kids. You're only saying that because you don't have kids. Well, you're only saying what you're saying because you don't have kids. Let's see.
I mean, you could, but it would be futile.
Well, yeah, it's futile because you're a retard. I guess that's true.
It'd be futile because, first of all, you're making an assumption you have no fucking idea.
I'm making an assumption, but it's pretty fucking obvious. You don't have kids. You don't have a wife. You probably don't have a girlfriend. Be amazed if you've ever had one, to be honest.
Second of all, I'm not harming my child.
No, because you need to have one to do that.
You are advocating the harm of children.
This is utterly retarded.
So you could, but it would be fruitless. Only people that don't have kids could make, or people that are so far to the left that they.
It's actually like I'm gonna fucking crash out. I'm gonna crash out if he doesn't stop saying this shit.
No, crash out. Go ahead. Let your trans retard anger fly.
It's blindingly obvious this guy does not have kids. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry. Well, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you because I don't want.
Even if I. I've just fucking got his number. I'm sorry, man. Oh my god. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry. Well, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you because I don't want you anywhere near my kids.
Bro, you're in America. I'm in the UK. I haven't left the country since I was about fucking 17 or 18. I ain't going near your kids. I don't want to go near your kids. I can't because you don't have any.
I don't want you anywhere near kids.
That up to you? Why shouldn't I personally be around any children ever? Let me know. Let me know.
You should be as far away from kids as possible.
Why? What is my castrated, extremely suppressed libido ass gonna do around a kid? Let me know. I'd love to know.
Scrambled. Why are you even thinking about kids?
Because it's the fucking subject, you fucking sped. Why are you even thinking about kids? We've been talking about kids the entire time. What's the fucking text on screen? It's about Asmongold and his hypothetical child. I think children might come up in the conversation. I think it might mean that I'd be thinking about stuff relating to children. Oh my god, man.
You should be as far away from kids or the idea of kids as possible.
Why?
Brain.
That's it.
And we've got to get the leftist ideology thing in here, of course.
So you call your son a she? Wouldn't want to, like, I would go through I would say, are you sure that you feel this way? And I would try to help them get through their gender dysphoria as much
Yeah, this is absolutely fine.
as possible. I would.
Yeah, gender dysphoria. You recognize that it's a mental illness. No, that is never going to be the solution to transition your child. That is never
How would you know?
going to be the outcome. You
Like it or not, transition does seem to help some people with gender dysphoria.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
His sources are his own niece, who he thought was hot, so it's sad that they're a man now. And Dr. Phil. Nice. I feel more comfortable in my body that I've had old hairy palms. Thank you, Craig. That's a real vote of confidence. Certain things done.
Oh, God. I don't want to hear that.
Because I'm just like this. It just kind of is what it is. You're guessing he's 33. Is he younger than me? He sounds older than me. I'd love to know how old he is. No, I would have guessed like 40-something. It's not as simple as you have to avoid any kind of trans...
God, you're furry and you're trans. And you're gay and you're gross. I don't want to hear
But I got one of those right. I am trans.
about the changes in your body. Ugh.
Because my body, that I've had certain... Transition does seem to help some people with gender dysphoria.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
I feel more comfortable in my body that I've had certain things done.
Oh, God. I don't want to hear that.
Because I'm just like this. It just kind of is what it is. It's not as simple as you have to avoid any kind of trans...
God, you're furry and you're trans. And you're gay and you're gross. I don't want to hear
I actually thought I was super discreet here, but okay.
about the changes in your body. Ugh. Please. Let's keep this civilized, okay? Oh, gross.
Position whatsoever, because literally you're like killing your kid if you do.
Boy, that is a wild statement.
That's a wild statement. You said that it's more immoral to affirm a child as trans than to murder them or to rape them. Bro, what are you talking about? It's just retarded.
Yeah, you are retarded, and you're gay, and you're a furry, and you're trans. Oh boy,
we're getting the mantra down. Very trans, gay, gross. Very trans, gay, gross. Very trans. There we go. Amazing.
And you hit the anti-lottery.
He doesn't know anything about this subject.
I know way more than you.
Apparently not.
And I didn't even have to undergo surgery or HRT.
But it's so easy. You can just take the fucking ideologue stance that all of it's bad and don't actually bother learning anything about it. And you can just say what you want and some morons on the internet will eat it up.
You are doing this.
The real shame is it says chat is disabled for this live stream, so I can't get his chat up to see what they were saying. It's a real shame.
Because you're selfish.
He's not even gonna stick up for his fucking community. Come on, man. And don't actually bother learning anything about it. And you can just say what you want and some morons on the internet will eat it up.
You are doing this because you're selfish. That is the solution.
Not even sticking up for his own people. I've had someone in here like fucking gunk guarding him the entire time. Maybe they've stopped actually. I haven't seen them in a while. He didn't even fucking care about you. I fucking diss you and he's like, oh, whatever. I don't know. Just the retards that watch me. I don't give a shit.
That people on the left come up with. No, if we just affirm it, it'll become okay. It'll never be okay. And by the way, if you allow your kid to sterilize themselves over something like this, over this mental illness, that is absolutely immoral and indefensible.
So does this person think that mentally ill people can and should be able to have children at all costs?
You are taking away your kid's future.
It's just not really true. I'm sorry, man.
If you sterilize yourself, if you chop off your dick and balls because you want to chase this illusion of becoming a woman, you are ruining your future. You no longer have a future. You cannot have kids.
I was never going to have kids anyway.
Cannot pass on your genes to the next generation.
Surely you'd think that it's a good thing that I can't, seeing as how you've said all kinds of shit about me. Surely that would be the case? Shouldn't you be defending my right to get castrated?
All of the sacrifices of your parents and your grandparents and your great-grandparents to make you, all of that is done away with by your selfishness. And
well, no, because there's more to a parent's relationship with their child than whether that child is then going to reproduce.
There's nothing more disgusting than that. You are a shame to your ancestors and to your family. You are a shame to them. You don't have to like it, but you know it's true.
There's an argument that if you just... Yeah, he's right. He just ganked me there. Wow. Yeah. Someone like me, morally, I should have been having kids for sure. Yeah, sure. Blindly go straight through the process. So that's what you're doing. He's not even talking about like sterilizing his kid though. And even if he is, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Ugh. Do not ever, 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 ever affirm your kids transitioning. Ever. Somebody needs to be a rock and a pillar of sanity and morality. And if it's not going to be the world, then it has to be you.
But at the end of the road,
they're just sane and moral. I'm correct. My perspective is the right one, and that's all there is to it. I can totally see why his viewership dropped off.
Nothing else worked.
That was a pretty good video.
I would because it matters more to me than doing that. Like,
I was hoping for more. Come on, man.
L-take, man. Majorly L-take. Yeah.
It's like genuinely like really upset over this. Genuinely, this is all it takes to these people. Just say, yeah, maybe I'd affirm my kids' pronouns. And they just lose their shit. It like genuinely sounds fucking gutted.
Anyway, I just have a difference of opinion on that. A profound disagreement on that. Don't ever affirm.
That was not profound, bro.
From the trans community. Don't ever do it. It's a mistake.
How many times have you accidentally called a trans woman a she or a trans man a he without even realizing? Once in this video.
I mean, it wasn't because I actually thought they were a man or woman. I may
Still did it. You still fucking did it though, didn't you?
have slipped up, but no.
Well, you just committed the most immoral act possible then.
No, it wasn't.
That really got him off kilter. Oh, Jesus Christ. You okay, bro?
It was from the trans community. Don't ever do it. It's a mistake.
How many times have you accidentally called a trans woman a she or a trans man a he without even realizing?
I mean, it wasn't because I actually thought they were a man or woman. I may have slipped up, but no, no, it wasn't. Oh, oops, no. Blair White. Yeah, Blair White and people like them. Yeah.
Why is he like so like? He's been kind of talking normally, even if he's a moron or whatever. But like right here, he's like all like suddenly laughing and like stuttering and stuff. He's like having actual problems here. What happened?
Yeah, Blair White and people like them. Yeah, no, you can tell. Wouldn't affirm your kid being.
Yeah, so it's not zero. You've committed the ultimate sin more times than you probably care to admit, bro.
Schizophrenic. You wouldn't.
Low-hanging fruit. Do you think this guy doesn't go for low-hanging fruit? Do you think that shitting on the trans community as a fucking middle-aged Christian male in the US isn't going after low-hanging fruit?
Say, well, you know what? Oh, we've exhausted all options. Yeah, that fire, that fire hovering around you that you're afraid of. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, it's real. You know what we're going to do?
He has like absolutely no perspective on this whatsoever. One of his relatives transitioned and maybe it didn't work out super well for them. Therefore, I'm a fucking radical anti-trans. Oh, and I watched a Dr. Phil thing where a guy was upset. A guy that I don't know anything about.
Oh, and the transgenders shooting up the schools and targeting Christians. And the fact that it's a deviant, disgusting, degenerate ideology that it hurts a lot of innocent people. Oh, and the fact that the trans community tried to bully Silvervale and Pekingese and other.
What? Jesus Christ.
VTubers into killing themselves because they wanted to play Hogwarts Legacy.
Wait. Which one of them killed themselves? Is that what he's trying to say? Are those people still alive?
The fact that the trans community tried to bully.
I'll try to. Listen, I've even talked about the Hogwarts Legacy thing. I wasn't down with any of that. But like, as if you couldn't say similar shit about any demographic if you cared to. So like, it's not really about any of this, is it?
Silvervale and Pekingese and other.
Silvervale, Pekingese. Those are the like lolly, like VTubers that he's talking about, right?
VTubers into killing themselves because they wanted to play Hogwarts Legacy. It is a cruel, degenerate, mentally ill group of people. Dave Chappelle talked about his friend Daphne that was bullied into suicide by the trans community. You have Keffels. Keffels? You remember Keffels? Yeah? No, it's more than just that. It's a continuing.
Okay, so there's bad people in the trans community, okay. Could you say the same about any other group?
Continuing pattern of behavior from these freaks. And it appears I'm going to be the one to call them out, and that's fine.
Like, this is the stupidest thing I've seen in time.
It's the stupidest. You like a body flame retardant suit, and we're going to light you on fire to match the mental illness in your head. That's what we're going to do.
Degenerate tweets about Lolly. I don't know where I'd find them, is the only thing. Does he still tweet about that kind of shit, like now? Yeah, that's totally what transitioning is like.
It is.
Having transitioned myself, I can confirm. It is literally one-to-one analogous to what this guy is saying, for sure.
That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to make your mental illness real. That's the compassionate solution. No. Asmund, and you know this is wrong. You know this is an ill take. You never, ever.
Oh no, Asmund, you're better than this, Asmund. No, Asmund, you're better than this.
Anything. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I criticize Asmund he hates Asman. If I go, I kind of like Asman.
But you did criticize Asman, and I said it wasn't anything about that. What was he saying?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I criticize Asman, he hates Asman.
I never said about him hating Asman once.
I go, I kind of like Asman. Oh, he's just a bootlicker. Get the fuck out of here. Harm your
I like how I made none of those arguments whatsoever. But he's doing the British accent as if that was me.
child this way. Absolutely indefensible, reprehensible garbage. And anyone who's defending Asmongold's taker,
I can't go on Kiwi Farms in British.
you're only doing it because you're a fan of his, and
I'm not a fan of Asmongold. I'm sorry, man. When you have to do these kind of things to justify your position, like, well, you only think otherwise if you're a fan or if you're in some way biased in a way that means that I can just write you off immediately. I'm sorry, bro. It's not like that.
you don't want him to be mad at you. You don't want him
Just got nothing to say again.
to say something negative about you.
He said something very obviously wrong, that the only way you could possibly disagree with his takes is if you're an Asmongold fan. I didn't once mention anything that suggested that I was an Asmongold fan, and countered by saying, no, I'm not an Asmongold fan. So what you said was just demonstrably wrong. And he just has nothing to say. Fuck me, dude.
You. That's why you would defend this. But otherwise, in a vacuum,
Like, his retarded fucking take is still playing, and he's got nothing to say. He's just like fucking... It's so embarrassing, bro.
if you heard somebody say this and you didn't know it was Asmongold,
Oh, it's unblocked now. Maybe I'll have a quick look, I guess.
you'd agree with me.
No. Sorry. You're a dumb fuck. You don't have kids. You don't know what it's like for your kid to come out to you as trans. You don't know what it's like. You have no idea. You have no, like, other...
And thankfully, you're never going to have kids. But more importantly, say the fuck.
Oh, and now he chimes in again. Now that I'm finished actually making a point that he's trying to ignore. Now he can jump in. Oh, and thankfully I'm not having kids. But I thought me sterilizing myself was immoral. Which is it? Shouldn't you then think that it's probably a good thing that I sterilize myself? But you don't. What the fuck is this guy's deal?
Fuck away from kids. You don't belong anywhere near kids. You've been thinking about kids the entire time and touching women. I would recommend.
I've been thinking about kids the entire time and touching women. What, during this stream? I mean, there's been discussion about children. So yeah, I guess I've been thinking about kids in that respect, in that it's the topic of conversation. I wasn't touching any women during this whole thing. And if I do, it doesn't happen in front of kids.
I recommend you stay away from both. You're a freak.
Perspective. He's just jealous because I got a bitch and he don't. Unlucky. Other than medicate them and do the magic formula that will stop them transitioning, which you didn't even explain. You have no idea. But like, what does this guy think about like gender nonconformity? If his kid, if he had a boy child who just wanted to like grow his hair out, maybe wear a skirt once in a while, would he allow that kind of thing? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would be down with that kind of thing. But it's like, well, if you're that against like transitioning your kid, if you drill into them that they're a boy so they have to be...
Cult of personality. But, you know, even though you may not be familiar with my work, oh, I'm right, you know...
He hates women, he won't be okay with GNC. You just skip through. Oh, what a fucking rat. What an actual rat. Yeah, I mean, that does track. He just skipped through. I was making my point about gender nonconformity. He just fucking skips through. You fucking rat. You actual degenerate fuck. You actual fucking loser. You just skip through, you coward. You can't handle any fucking brain activity. Anything that might challenge your beliefs even slightly. You pussy. Like I said, I haven't heard him say that to know this, but it You're fucking retarded, bro. You're like, actually.
Bro, well,
Like,
bro.
actually. Oh, and then he finds something he can actually jump in on. He can find something that's actually on his level, which is atoms, which is why that's all he ever responds to. You'll do act like touching a woman is a metric by which you determine so people's worth by character. Worth and character. You're the fucking weirdos. What are you talking about? Why are you gun guiding this guy? Why do you like this guy so much? He's stupid. Every time I make an argument, he just like skips over it. I'm not saying that touching a woman is a metric by which I judge someone's worth or character. This guy judges people's worth and character by if they're a male and they have a wife and a family. Isn't the first step towards having a family in this guy's world finding a woman who'll let you fucking touch her? I'm just going along with what he's fucking saying. Like, Jesus Christ, man. You're like coping fucking hardcore in my fucking chat all fucking day. Fucking done.
Well, bro.
I'm further along that fucking family pipeline than he will ever be. Like, it's embarrassing. I'm not saying that's the fucking way of determining someone's worth. I'm saying it's painfully obvious that he can't get a fucking woman to touch him or to touch.
I mean, of the two of us, you are retarded. You actually...
See what I mean? He just skips over the actual points that I'm making. And then when it gets to just like an ad hoc, just like reverse it back on me. Just do a no you. You're like so fucking gay. You're actually fucking pathetic.
You believe that you're a girl. That's crazy.
I don't even believe I'm a girl. And if I did, I'd believe I'm a woman because I'm an adult. I don't. I'm a man. That's fine. Don't give a shit. This is not to try. There is a part of people doesn't, because Cutie's father is upsetting a trans.
I have screenshots here, so we're gonna go. Most unprofessional Karen. If it's okay if I put.
What video is this?
Whatever.
Asmongold. Yeah, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. See you next.
Wow, that was fucking special. Why would you, like, I'm sorry, bro. I am so sorry. Why would you make videos about Discord drama?
Because I want to. Because I choose to. Why the hell not?
Because it's fucking embarrassing. Unless it's...
Like, why would you make it about Discord drama? Because why the hell not? Something happened on a Discord. I didn't like it. I'm bringing attention to it. Who the fuck cares?
It's like really like funny.
Oh, is it funny?
Why?
Brothers, so a couple of days ago, I joined the Asmongold Discord server.
It took him 2 days. It took him 2 days.
Now, whenever I join a server, I always ask the admins if it's okay if I post there because I'm a content creator. I let them know that up front. And I state, basically, I'm not here to promote my channel. I'm just here to get a vibe check on what's going on, maybe ask some questions, participate a little bit.
Do people agree with me or disagree with me here, basically?
And the admin was perfectly polite. Absolutely fine. Polite guy. No issues. Everything was great in the chat. I mean, it wasn't exactly what I expected for an Asmongold Discord. But overall, everything was fine. Until today. And I had an encounter with one of the most unprofessional, Karen, completely bigoted, closed-minded, rude Discord moderators that should never, ever be in a position of authority anywhere. This person goes by the name of Banana, and I have to talk about this.
He's doing a whole video about his beef with Banana Nana on Discord. Amazing.
Why not? Yeah, they did something wrong. And they did it under the tenets of shitting on the Christian faith.
I have screenshots here, so...
That's not helping. That is not helping. It's not making it sound less ridiculous.
We're going to go over it. So,
No, you don't get it. This Discord mod was shitting on the Christian faith.
one of the rules in Asmongold's Discord is no politics or religion.
How do you even get banned in Asmongold's Discord? They don't allow discussion of religion. And he wanted to do like prayers for Asmongold's family or something. And they were saying, hey, we'd rather you not do that. And he started bitching, oh, it's not clear in the rules and stuff. He gets them to clarify the rules. And then that's not good enough either, even though they're very, very clear as to what they won't allow, which is basically any mention of religion. That's the rules. That's what they do. If you don't like it, there are Christian servers, I would presume.
Just topics, which, okay, fine. Religious topic.
Okay, fine.
From my point of view, would be if you were to start talking about deep philosophical.
Yeah, this isn't your point of view. It's not your Discord.
Shut up, freak. No one's asking you. No one cares what your take is.
Obviously. You don't care what my take is. Why are you watching my video on your fucking stream, you fucking spastic?
Religious views. Like, this is my religious view. Praying for somebody and basically asking, like, can you say, like, basic scripture? That's not a political topic. That's not a religious topic. That's just you espousing your religion. You're not trying to convert anyone. You're just saying, like, God bless you, or John 3:16 or something like that. Well, this person had a big problem with that. And so they came in and they had a rude attitude from the beginning.
Yeah, this man with a total family and job and kids and all this kind of shit has got time. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Has got time to do this.
So
we're starting from the middle. That's nice.
No, actually, we're starting from. It's literally the same question.
This is context. This isn't context. Your context needs context.
They said, don't play, I had asked a question, like, could you please clarify this? And they said, don't play the semantics game, just follow the rules. First of all, if you are there to represent Asmongold in his Discord and somebody asks you in good faith, could you please elaborate the rules? Don't be an insufferable bitch and play this game.
It's almost like he's trying to, like, audit a Discord or something.
It's just a simple question. And it's really, really simple. As a content creator, I'm there to be, I'm as good faith as anyone comes. I'm not there to make their job more difficult. In fact, if they had reached out behind the scenes, I would have deleted the stuff myself. But no, they wanted to, this person was apparently triggered by the fact that I literally said John 3:16.
Yeah, they said no mention of religion. Just obviously, just don't then.
That was what started the entire thing. I didn't write out John 3:16. I said John 3:16. Now, we're litigating this because this person just decided to react to it, but yeah, that's what happened.
Just follow the rules. Well, I'm trying to get your interpretation because obviously our interpretations are different. So it would be human of you to be polite and explain the rules. I wasn't asking anything unreasonable. I'm saying, I would like to know. I would like clarification. I said, answer the question, please. I'd like clarification. Now, this guy, who is just an absolute pathetic loser. I mean, this guy is a degenerate, fat, bearded piece of shit. Anti-religious through and through.
Listen, I can hear his voice. He can't call anyone fat. Even if he's skinny, he's not allowed to call. There's something really loud banging. Is that Bashback? Did Bashback find my stream? Are they going to try and put my window through? That was like proper loud. Nothing like fell down behind me, did it? This is what I get for exposing trans terrorists on the internet. It's a shame this guy doesn't know more about what I'm doing on the internet. He might actually like some of it. I can't hear anything. I don't really want to look outside. Or anyone fat.
And then I can hear your voice, and you're not allowed to determine if anyone's a girl or a guy.
Okay, sick burn, I guess. You can't really call me fat back because you can see me, I guess.
Even if you think you are a girl or guy, yeah, you're not allowed to gender anyone.
You really got me there. That was fucking great. Hang on, I need that one again. I'm sorry.
And then
fat. Even if he's skinny, he's not allowed to call anyone fat.
And then
I can hear your voice, and you're not allowed to determine if anyone's a girl or a guy. Even if you think you are a girl or a guy, yeah, you're not allowed to gender anyone.
Oh, we were looking at something called Bashback earlier. They want to get people to smash windows and spray paint like buildings of transphobes. We were looking at their website earlier.
You're a dude.
She responded, you
declared war with... I am a dude, you're right. Sick burn, bro. Well done. You also didn't deny you were fat, so now it's canon. Kiwi Farms. Oh my god, yeah, that always ends well. It's nice that he and Keffels have at least something in common, though.
Oh God, Keffels, one of yours.
Already know the answer, dude.
You mean one of mine? I've never gone to war with Kiwi farms.
Well, I don't know if this woman's a moderator, but I didn't know the answer. I didn't know what she considered a religious topic. And admittedly, she's the moderator, so I'm not here to argue with her about what is or is not a political topic. But she was very rude and very disrespectful, and it was pathetic because you have one job to do. You have one fucking job to do. And this is, again, why you shouldn't put women in leadership position. I'm just going to say it. This is what...
Well, you're a guy, so this doesn't apply to you.
Banned from a Discord. This is why women shouldn't have a leadership position.
True.
At least he's owning it. You were told they don't exist. They certainly exist.
It's true.
I'm
gonna fucking die.
One of the main reasons. So I said, are you implying that praying for people or saying God bless is against the rules here? And this person posted me, because this guy was sparking out. He's just some fat, pathetic loser. Don't play semantics, just follow the rules. So this is the second time they said just follow the rules. I've asked for clarification. This person is not giving it. I think this is unreasonable. I think this is rude, disrespectful behavior. I would never treat this person in the way that they're treating me for my Christian faith. Now, we continue on. I decided to open up a claim. So basically, it's just to ask a general question.
You made a claim.
Yeah. See, because unlike you, a freak, I wanted further clarification.
Unlike you, a freak, I make clarifications when I don't understand the Discord rules. Why is he reacting to... He must be aware. There must be a point at which he realizes that he just made himself look like a fucking retard.
I wanted to get an answer to my question. I decided, okay, this person doesn't want to have this conversation in general chat, so
I said, hello, I just wanted to reach out and ask for some clarification and assistance. I was hoping one of you could help. I asked in general chat, but that seemed to escalate the situation for some reason. The moderator in question didn't really give me an answer, and I would like one.
Mentioning prayers and scripture, yeah, that would fall under no religion of...
It didn't say no religion, you fucking homunculus. It said no religious topics, which I could totally understand, which would be like debating Islam and Christianity. No religious topics. A topic of...
A religious topic, such as anything to do with religion.
Conversation. Saying John 3:16 or saying I'm going to pray for you or God bless you is not a topic. It's not a topic of conversation. We're not arguing that. Are you that fucking stupid, freak?
Obviously. They don't want to force any one religion on a group.
Oh, John 3:16 is forcing a religion on people. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid atheist homunculus. You don't even know what gender you are.
Do I not? Where maybe there's quite a few different religions, and maybe it's the...
Oh, if there's a few religions, so the best approach is to pretend that you don't have a religion, and you're not allowed to even mention yours.
Well, it said in the rules not to, and they clarified it with you because it shows the response you get, which says no mention at all. So they clarified, and it still wasn't good enough for this guy. So I don't know why he's debating this particular thing.
I don't mean in like an argumentative way where, oh, I think that my religion is right, but even saying something like John 3:16. Get the
mate, that's just the rules.
Fuck out of here.
The kind of thing that just starts fights. So maybe just don't really like talk about it or anything.
One, if you don't mind, regarding...
Oh, Malcolm's a Catholic. I did wonder what the Catholic on Catholic violence thing was.
Religion. I understand avoiding the discussion of deep philosophical religious discussions.
This is the fucking epitome of just make your... Are you telling me that he shits on VTubers and calls them whores because you want me to think that this guy is cool? That makes him sound even lamer. Guys that go around on the internet calling women whores are fucking losers with no exceptions. Your own Discord for the kind of shit you want to talk about.
I ended up doing that. I did that exact thing, but at the time, I was curious about how they defined religious topics. I wanted to know, because that seemed very unusual. Saying John 3:16 triggered this Winter Soldier moment in this mod. I wanted to know more.
Asmongold or whoever the fuck else doesn't owe you a platform to talk about things.
Sure, but I want clarification.
If they don't want those subjects, that's not their fucking job to do for you. So just make your own fucking Discord. I get that he did eventually, but why make this video? You're just making a twat out of yourself.
But is it truly the policy? Any mention of religion at all, prayer, scripture, any help on this would be appreciated. And so, let me get out of here. So this person came in, this moderator. Okay, so she answered the ticket. She said, Rule 4.
Yeah, they've answered the question. So what's the fucking problem?
Not at all. Close the ticket. No discussion. Like, this is not a person that you would ever...
Yeah, no discussion of the rules. What with a random guy that's just in here? No, it's the rules. They enforce them. Like, fuck me, dude.
...ever allow to run your Discord.
What, because they clearly answered you? No discussion? What's there to discuss? The rule is none at all.
I don't know what they're doing there, but I can't even begin to tell you how bad this made your Discord look. And
just wants to push it. Yeah. That's why he reminds me of like some of those auditor types. It's not actually about whatever they're talking about. It's just about having a conversation, having an argument.
And, you know, it's just my opinion here. You should get rid of her. The experience up to then had been perfectly fine.
I have a feeling this guy probably goes around the internet looking for grievances. That's probably why he Googles his name so often that he fucking found my video. My video that got, what, 400 views? Something like that. He must be, like, searching himself on the regular.
Perfectly cordial.
Man, what a cackling man laugh. What a cackling man laugh. That is crazy.
Cackling man laugh. There we go. God, this is fucking insane.
Every one of the mods that I had interacted with or the admins have been great. This person is a piece of shit. And I'm just here to tell you that because your Discord, if it has your name...
This video is a PSA. This Discord mod's a piece of shit. And so he's like defending it. I'm sorry, man.
Name on it represents you. I'm not saying that everything that you put in there, everything in the Asmongold Discord represents him, but your moderator are the staff that represent you. And if they're this rude to me, I mean, imagine what they're...
Is that rude?
They're like to just anyone else.
How fucking sensitive are you? Aren't you the kind of person that's like, I'll just man up. I'll just be a man. Well, that ain't you, is it?
And that to me is worth a video and worth a conversation.
He's not saying anything.
Because it's shocking to me.
He's not saying shit. Oh my God, this is amazing. Whenever someone just has his number, he just doesn't say anything. I saw that with the Queeman thing. I saw that with Internet Adjacent. Was that the person? I'm sorry. I've never seen that person before until now. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Like, I asked this person in good faith.
Was I serious? He joined Discord to cause problems. I don't know if he joined to cause problems. I think he just assumes wherever he goes, he can make into his personal hog box, and it didn't turn out that way.
Yes. The trans furry freak is going to lecture me on turning everywhere into their hug box. No, I literally said John 3:16. Literally said John 3:16 to somebody, and then it triggered.
God, he fucking won't stop. I'm actually gonna have a stroke. What the fuck is happening? Not that way.
Yes. The trans furry freak is going to lecture me on turning everywhere into their hug box. No, I literally said John 3:16. Literally said John 3:16 to somebody, and then it triggered the mod to say no religious topics. I didn't write out John 3:16. I didn't write out the scripture. I literally just said John 3:16, and that was the whole...
Oh no, you know what? Now I completely understand him making a ridiculous video about getting kicked from a Discord. No, it makes perfect sense now. So it's actually a very dignified thing to be doing with your YouTube channel.
Thing, which shocked me. It did. I was surprised. But then I asked for further clarification. I saw the mental breakdown here from a bunch of people, and then, yeah, I left without incident, but I made the video because I thought that these people were fucking insane, and then...
A recent Templar's video. If you mean this one, this was streamed 13 hours ago. The video itself was from, like, what, a month most ago? Something like that? A month ago?
Yeah, I moved on.
You're
Very simple question.
anti-trans.
This is what they had to say about Christianity. We have people here from all over the world, and they have different religions, so be respectful and keep it to yourself. Keep your religion to yourself. So I can't say I pray for Asmongold. I can't say I pray for his father. I can't, wish that God give him.
It's this kind of thing. It's like there's always a follow-up question. There's always a follow-up question. And then as soon as people get sick of you asking all these fucking questions, they start losing their shit. I'm sorry, man. Just take it on board and do your prayer shit on a different fucking server. Go find a Christian server. You can join more than one server. Did you know?
Yeah, I was trying to pray for Asmund because his dad was in the hospital.
No, you can join more than one Discord server. So if you can't talk about something on one, then you can just talk about it somewhere else where you can. It's like crazy, man. Isn't it insane how you can be in more than one server at the same time? And that no one server has to indulge you in any one topic that you personally want to talk about.
Strength. Like, this is one of the main problems that I see in a lot of different content creator circles, is that you have these rogue mods and you have these bad actors acting bad.
They're woke? What's woke about this?
Faith, they just spoil the whole thing. Up until this point, it was perfectly
I'm very quiet again, by the way.
fine, but this person is a bigoted anti.
Wouldn't it be woke if they had like Muslim people in here? Like talking about Muslim shit and doing Muslim prayers, however that would work on Discord? Wouldn't he be like saying that, allowing that is like woke? Some of these like religious freedom guys, I really do need to start seeing some kind of sense coming out of them. There's a really bad Buck Angel video from like today or yesterday about like Islam. It's becoming more and more obvious that at least some of these people that go on about, or used to go on about like religious freedom, a baker can refuse a gay fucking customer because it's religious freedom.
True.
That only seems to extend to like Christianity.
Oh, so they can deny Christianity, but Christianity can't deny making a specific custom cake for a bunch of gays that want like something specifically homosexual on the cake.
Oh, thank you, man, Blint. I like how he just completely doesn't fucking understand what I'm talking about, as ever, as usual. Thanks for watching.
A Christian piece of shit. And wouldn't even take the time to answer a very basic question, which it's not clear. Religious topics.
No, they did. They did answer, and he didn't like the answer.
Topics like...
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, if it was like some Muslim there talking about that shit, and they were denied, that wouldn't be seen as woke. It would be seen as woke to allow Muslims to like go around and like be openly Muslim or whatever shit. But it's a completely different standard when they're talking about Christianity. It just suggests to me that like the religious freedom shit is like very wonky, and it's not religious freedom. It's about specific religion freedom. You know what I mean? Completely ignores my point. It's what he's been doing the whole time. Whenever I try and make a point, at one point you literally skip through a point. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Okay, if I went in there and I was trying to discuss like, the harrowing of hell, like Jesus going down to hell, and I would try to discuss that, and we were having like a back and forth philosophical discussion, like, did Jesus even go to hell? Like, what happened? I could understand how that could get annoying, but I wasn't doing that. I was saying prayers for Asmongold and his father in an Asmongold Discord, and I was making it as polite.
Yeah, Sagfall, exactly.
As I possibly could, wishing for willpower and strength and endurance for Asmon. And
I don't think he shows the actual beginning of this fight at any point. You just cannot trust anyone that does this kind of thing. You cannot trust anyone that doesn't show the start of it and just starts from the middle, where you start perceiving people as being unreasonable. It just is not trustworthy. You just seem autistic as fuck.
Praying for his father and healing, and otherwise it'd have been fine.
I didn't even get like a no you or anything. He's like checked out at this point. Like, damn, bro.
I also joined Tectone's Discord, and I have not had a single problem. In fact, the people there have been amazing.
Yeah, I can 100% believe that this guy didn't have any problems in fucking Tectone's Discord server. Wow, bro.
They've been welcoming. You've got some people there that are fellow Christians. There's no problems there. There's no nothing. And it just goes to show you, having one or two bad moderators can ruin the whole thing. And so Asmongold and his team can do whatever they want. It's their Discord. It's not mine. But I've got to tell you, I was nothing but polite. I was nothing but cordial. I didn't argue. I only wanted clarification to better understand the rules from this girl's perspective, and she was such an obnoxious bitch that it spoiled the whole experience.
Doesn't take much, does it? Doesn't take much.
And I think that this needs to be something that content creators take seriously, because this is a reflection of you. Now, if somebody had come to me and said, hey, one of your moderators had acted this rudely,
No, I was certainly trying at the start. I think it was kind of like, oh, look, it's a trans freak that I can just kind of dunk on real easy. But I'm talking about something that he must be realizing through someone else's eyes at a certain point how embarrassing this is. And if he can't, then I don't know why he makes content, to be honest.
they wouldn't be a moderator. I would absolutely remove them because this is unacceptable. And this anti-Christian bias and this fat bearded
Anti-Christian bias? Because they don't want any religious topics.
Yeah, because if you say John 3:16 and somebody freaks out, that is an anti-Christian bias.
Yeah, but what if they would also be like, let's say you say inshallah or something, and they have the same response, and it's not an anti-Christian bias. It's really not difficult.
Yes. That's pretty clear.
fuck this retard.
Actual moron. Actual fucking knucklehead. Actual knuckle fucker.
Over here who has some issue with Christianity.
He's so mad. Why are you so mad over this? It's Discord.
Because Christianity is my faith and it's very important. I know you wouldn't understand.
For whatever reason. This guy here. I mean, it's pathetic. It is genuinely pathetic.
Yeah, you're calling other people pathetic. Whining about
True.
Discord on YouTube. Like, who's watching this? Who's watching this? Like, unironically. Oh, yeah, it's like well out of order. Oh, it's so mean. Someone else is saying he was obnoxious and rude to other members of one of our mods, and that's why you were banned. Yeah, there's so much missing from the fucking context here. He had an argument with this person in the comments. Anti-discrimination, anti-Christian discrimination. This is like woke language as fuck, by the way. These people, they just act like wokies in another direction. It's amazing. What is fucking happening? I'm so fucking baffled by this person.
Well, you're baffled by a lot. Mostly sex and gender.
Why are you doing? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? You think so? You think so? You agree with me on sex and gender? Any of this? He made this before he got banned. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Brother, you should be in a forest selling mushrooms.
That sounds lit. I'd love to be in a forest selling mushrooms. I can hang out with deer and stuff. Be fucking amazing.
Yeah, you're a freak. Your ideas are hideous. Just like you. You have no arguments. You have no rebuttals. You have no responses. And
Mate, he like literally just ignored any argument that I made. You just ignore every argument I made. And then just say I have no arguments. Like, what is this? Like selective hearing? Like, what's going on there, bro?
it's evident that you're not very good at this. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. But yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, that was this person. And boy, oh boy, that was a lot to take in. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end things here. I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for watching. It means a lot. Guys, God bless you.
That was incredible.